This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Well, good evening, and welcome to Week 6 of the 2016 high school football season. We are coming to you from Roy Anderson Field on the campus of Peninsula High School, where tonight the Shelton Highclimbers and the Gig Harbor Tide are about to play in the South Sound Conference. I'm Dietrich Allen. That's Jerry Apple. Jerry, can you hear me all right over there?
I sure can, Dietrich. It's going to be an exciting night with the band on our left and a sea of pink here.
On the right and below us. Tonight we do feature the 2 and 3 Highclimbers taking on the 3 and 2 Tides. First, let's talk about Shelton. Highclimbers have faced some tough opponents this season, and things aren't getting any easier with tonight's road game. As you know, Shelton started strong in their season opening win over North Mason. Ran, hold on a second here. All right, never mind, I'm all right. Ran into second-ranked O'Day, rebounded to beat Yelm on the road to open the SSC play. We're shut out by fourth-ranked Peninsula, and lastly couldn't stop Timberline's rushing attack after playing with the Blazers in the first half. I know what's going on here. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm hearing some weird noises. Anyways, after playing with the Blazers in the first half and getting some great play from Kyle Kimball, who recovered the opening kickoff, intercepted pass, had an 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and caught 7 passes. Shelton again had trouble with the run on offense and defense. The Highclimbers South Sound Conference record is 1 and 2. In the first half of the season, Gig Harbor suffered a season-opening loss to Tisqualicum out of Bellingham, crushed to Spanaway Lake in Week 2, lost to their SSC opening.
This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Before beating Yelm and Central Kitsap, giving them a 2-1 South Sound Conference record. In those 2 conference wins, a lot of points were scored. The Tides averaged 34 points per game, with a high of 55 in the win over CK and a low of 7 in the loss to Peninsula. However, Gig Harbor is allowing their opponents to score an average of over 30 points per game, with a high of 43 in the win over Central Kitsap and a low of 7 in the win over Spanaway Lake. The Tides have used 3 quarterbacks this season, but Ben Hollenbeck has seen most of the action in recent weeks and can run as well as throw. Top receiver for GH is Helen Gregory, who had 14 catches for 179 yards, 2 touchdowns against Squalicum. The questions for tonight: can Shelton establish the run on offense, stop the run on defense, contain Hollenbeck and Gregory, and continue their great special teams play to pick up their 3rd win? Or will Gig Harbor go by air and ground to knock the Climbers into the rocks and make it 3 wins in a row? That's what we're here to find out. Coming up, we talk with Shelton coach Matt Hinkle. It's week 6 of the 2016 high school football season. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Gig Harbor Tide at Roy Anderson Field. Next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. And believe me, I'll get this right before the night's over.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. Hillcrest Shell. Hillcrest Shell is now open. Conveniently located on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton. Hillcrest Shell offers quality gasoline at affordable prices, and you can use your Fred Meyer or QFC rewards points to save even more at the pump. Free coffee to help with your morning commute, a variety of snacks to help you get through the day, and friendly service as Eric is back in town. Hillcrest Shell on Highway 3 at the corner of Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton.
Are you looking for an affordable TV service option?
Hood Canal Communications has good news.
Introducing HCC IPTV.
Get local Seattle TV at an affordable price without lengthy contracts or hidden fees.
IPTV uses your broadband connection from HCC.
For a limited time, get your first 3 months for free.
Need broadband? HCC has got you covered. Ask about broadband options in your area. Call 898-2481 today.
Learn more at hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Hood Canal Communications Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, the Shelton Mason County Journal, and the Shelton Mason County Chamber of Commerce present a General Election Candidates Forum live from Olympic Middle School in Shelton on Tuesday, October 18th. Here are the candidates running for Mason County Commissioner Districts 1 and 2, and the candidates running for 35th District State Representatives Position 1 and 2 tackle the issues beginning at 6 o'clock. Moderated by Deidre Peterson, it's a General Election Candidates Forum, 6 p.m. Tuesday, October 18th, live on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. And welcome back to the Pregame Show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. I'm Diedrich Allen. On the phone with me is Matt Hinkle, head man of the Shelton football team, as we head into week number 6. Now, Coach, let's talk about last week's game against Timberline.
Well, last Friday I thought the kids did a good job offensively, punching it from the 20 to the 20. Unfortunately, we had opportunities to put some scores on the board, and we stalled. I think we had the ball inside the Timberline 35 times, and came away with 1 touchdown. And that's we can't do that. So I was happy offensively with the way the kids moved the ball, predominantly through the air. We couldn't generate a run game. They had a pretty physical and large defensive front, but throwing the ball and catching the ball and pass protection-wise, the kids did a pretty good job. Defensively, it's the same bugger for us as far as what has played out the last few weeks, where good job, and then all of a sudden the opponent busts a long run. But I thought defensively the kids played longer stretches of time and saw some good things there. Special teams was a highlight. We had a couple kickoff fumble recoveries on kickoff, and we had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So, and we punted the ball well. So, in aspects of special teams, I thought we won that phase. But certainly, the score didn't indicate, and we need to play better defensively, and we need to be more productive on offense. But I got to give credit to Timberline. I think they're a pretty good team, and they deserve to win.
You talked about special teams. How about the play of Kyle Kimball?
Kyle Kimball is one of those rare high school kids that can play for 48 minutes, and you see him all over the field in all phases of the game. And he made some big plays. I thought he was offensively, he was a tremendous threat for us. He had 6 or 7 catches on offense, and defensively, he ranged from sideline to sideline. He had that long kickoff return for a touchdown on special teams, and he also had some punt returns. So he's a 48-minute football player, which is kind of rare in high school now. You know, with specialization, you don't get kids out there for a full 48 minutes. They're either playing offense or defense, or smattering of things. But he's tired by the end of the game, and he had an SAT test the next day, and I felt bad for him, but I'm sure he did well on that as well.
So you talked a little bit about the run. You're having struggles with the run. What are you doing to fix that?
Well, the challenge is, if you recollect, we've had a long line of real good running backs. We were talking to the kids about last night. In the last 12 years, we've had 3 all-state running backs, and we've got kids with a lot of heart. They just have to generate yardage at times. We're a little bit undersized at the guard position up front, although they're great kids with Gable Lacey and Dylan Paul. Darquay Jennings at center. Kid, we just got to get him moving a little bit better. The 2 tackles, and predominantly Dylan Payment with Eli Mahoney rotating in. We got to get them up to speed. That's where the challenge is. It's not a lack of effort; it's just a lack of experience at the positions. But they're working on it, and that was one of the Achilles heels of the game last Friday, is the fact that we were in positions to get the first down inside 20 or score, and we had to rely on the pass, where in past years we've been able to punch those in with the run.
Your passing game, I think we counted like 37 pass attempts.
Yeah, that's pretty close. I had 40, but 37 would be okay. That's too many for us. We want to be balanced offensively, and in order to do that, we have to have a productive run game. Tyler Geraldez is doing a good job of throwing the ball and decision making, and we got obviously some kids out there that can catch. Tony and others, but just as a run, you gotta have some balance. Competitively we play in, so we've been working on the run game. It's exciting, but more balance.
Skylar Ross went out of the game. Was that a precaution, or did he?
That was a precaution.
Okay.
That's one of those things that we don't ever argue on when we have a physician on the sideline that said that in his best interest it would be to sit out. He's been back this week. We also get Cody Hall back from a concussion, and so those two players are big parts of our offensive defense. So happy to get them back. Health-wise, I think we're pretty good.
Okay, Gig Harbor on Friday. The Tides preseason, they were ranked in the top 10. Does that affect your preparation?
No, we're kind of concerned with ourselves and getting our team better, and step by step. And Gig Harbor is a competent opponent. They're very much like the Oregon Ducks on offense. They run a no huddle, real up tempo offense that attempts to get up and get the ball out in space, and they got a quarterback that runs it really, really well. So it's not a power run game with that, the big back, bruising backs. It's a lot of attempt to find creases and run option and get the ball in space. So we have to tackle well. We have to play disciplined, and the defense is excited for the opportunity, and we look forward to seeing how they respond on Friday.
That's Shelton coach Matt Hinkle. His Highclimbers are on the road tonight, taking on Gig Harbor at Roy Anderson Field, which is next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Anything can happen on Thursday. America was born on a Thursday. So was Odell Beckham Jr. and that Pac-Man guy. Oh, and this happened. Anything can happen on Thursday. Thursday Night Football, Thursday at 5 on NFL Network.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
All right. Welcome back to Roy Anderson Field. We are crowded, very crowded. I don't know how you can even see. You got about 5 people standing in front of you. Standing on the stands. This is going to be interesting. We're up in the stands on the visitor side. Probably the best vantage point that we could possibly get. Oh boy.
This is going to be my most memorable experience as an announcer. I love it.
You can see the clock camera is bouncing up and down with the crowd, so this is going to be quite an interesting thing. We'll do the best we can, and we're having some connection problems as well. So if we buffer out, just stay with us, and we'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't leave us.
Please don't leave us. We're in hostile territory. Jerry Apple. It looks like at least the Gig Harbor Tides are going to get the ball first. Now, whether they won the toss or not, I have no idea. We've been almost blanketed. Luckily, the main camera here is not so far covered.
Usually the team that wins the toss defers.
Correct.
Usually.
Yeah, usually. But not always.
Yeah.
Anyways, you got Cody Bragg. He's got it teed up at the 40. Got a couple of guys back there. And there's a lady sitting between my tripod legs on this camera here, Jerry. It's just crazy.
Oh, boy.
I texted my wife just a few minutes ago. I said I should have brought my stanchions. Not that I think that would have helped here tonight. Anyways, we're ready to get this football game underway.
I could have brought mine too.
All right, there's the run up and the kick. It's a high short kick that is going to be fielded.
We got a fumble.
It looks the Highclimbers say they have the ball. The referee says, who has the ball? Discussion down there. Oh no. Jeez. Okay. Not again. Okay. It looks like the Highclimbers are going to recover that ball and get the ball to start the quarter off of that. That's something they did last week against Timberline. Didn't have much luck. Run to Willie Ruiz straight up the middle, starting at the 46.
And he got it picked up about 7 yards, Diedrich.
Sorry, Jerry, I got to make some adjustments.
Okay.
This is going to be a fun one, guys. Stay with us as much as we possibly can. We'll try to bring you the best game we possibly can. Offset eye, it looks like to the left. Trenton Osmond, man in motion. Hand off again to Ruiz, again up the middle. This time the Tides are there to stop him after a short gain. And it brings up third down.
It looks like a gain of 2 on that, Diedrich.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 coming.
Nice thing is, I think they're going to be able to establish the running game tonight. If they can do
so.
that'd be great.
All right, I'm trying to check the clock here. All right, that's right. I'm tracking. And again, that offset eye, this time to the right side. And up to Ruiz again, this time trying to find his way around the left. Third effort, he might have got the first down on that third effort. He was stopped twice in the backfield.
It looked like he did, yeah. It looked like he got the first down there. So, that's the first down for the Shelton Highclimbers.
So it's a first and
gain of about 2 on the play.
All right, Jerry, you're a little loud in my ears. You don't have to yell.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you having trouble hearing?
Yes.
Okay, I'll bring you up a little bit. Is that better?
Okay.
Okay.
Too loud? Go.
Good enough. All right, again, 1st and 10, this time from the 35. Pass play out to McCullough. McCullough is in a bubble screen there, and he'll get a couple of yards. And it looks like he got close to 5, maybe 6 yards, depending on the actual spot.
Yeah, 6 or 7, yeah.
It's like the 29, so give him 6. On the little bubble screen, first pass play good. Run was good in the first 3 plays for the Highclimbers. Back to Pat. No, it's a handoff to Ruiz again in the middle. This time the Tides snuff that one out. And that's another first down, Jerry.
Yeah, second first down for the Highclimbers.
Looks like it's on the 20. I don't even know right now. 25, 26, 26. 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers.
Gain of about 3 on that last play.
I formation straight away. 2 receivers to this near side, Kimball and Ross, and the handoff goes to Stewart. Stewart fighting his way. Got a yard on that one. Well, they had some success early. The first set of downs, but the Highclimbers are having some difficulty right now, trying to find some holes. It's a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 for Shelton. Offset eye to the left this time. Gage Peterson is the back. Pitch to him. Trying to get around the edge, trying to find a seam. He ends up being cut for a little bit of a loss. Maybe he got to the line of scrimmage. Nice open field tackle there. Didn't see the number, Jerry.
Okay.
No gain, we'll give it. Brings up 3rd and I'm going to say 8.
Yeah, 3rd down and 8.
I'm saying 8. Scoreboard corrects me. I don't know. Scoreboard, by the way, is to our right, way, and you have to look around the crowd to get there. Shotgun for Giraldus. And then he goes to the pistol with Ruiz, the back behind him. One-stop drop, dumps it off, and it's complete to McCullough. McCullough's in. No, it's incomplete. Sorry. Guess he was bobbling it there, heading to the end zone. So it brings up 4th down for the Highclimbers. Not sure what that is. Yeah, it's 4th down, 4th and 8 from the 22. And it actually looks like it's going to be a field goal attempt of 39 yards again?
32.
32 yards? Kick is long enough. I don't know if he got it. Nope, he did not.
It was wide.
Yeah, so it was a 32-yard attempt?
Yeah, it was on the 22.
Okay. So the Tides take over. So let's see what the Tides can draw up here as they stop the Highclimbers. And it looks like it's Hollenbeck out of the gun. Got a man in motion. And Hollenbeck, and he breaks into the secondary, and he's on the run. Wow. All the way up near midfield.
28-yard run.
For Ben Hollenbeck.
Good for a Gig Harbor 1st down.
To the 50.
Well, you said that
we can run. And he goes out of the shotgun. It looks like every time. He's got 3 receivers far side and 1 to the near, or 2 to the near side. And a man in motion. And I think we're going to get a illegal shift or a delay of game or a false start, one or the other. Hard to say at this point, Jerry. Yeah, it's a false start. It looked like one of the receivers decided to go and then, did a little juke, took some steps forward and can't do that.
First penalty of the game.
So it brings up 1st and 15 from the 45 of Gig Harbor. Hand off to the near side, the back trying to fight his way around. Gets that almost the 5 yards back, give him 4. Let's see who that is. Coming out of the bottom of the pile, number 11. That's Sean Kimball. Again, out of the shotgun, 3 far, 2 near. Back to pass, dumps it off complete to Sean Kimball up the sidelines. Gets across the 50 into Highclimber territory. Brings it a 3rd down and long, though. And they'll spot the ball where? About the 48 of Shelton.
Gain of about 2 on the play?
3.
3, okay.
And reverse it this time. Going back to pass on the rollout. He's going to tuck it on. He's actually going to throw. Got a guy there wide open, complete. And getting in the end zone is number 25, Mark Fletcher with a touchdown.
47-yard touchdown pass.
You know, I got to tell you, the spirit here is great, Jerry.
Yes.
Gig Harbor's student body is turned out in full force. Every one of them on their feet, on the top of their seats.
Completed pass to number
5.
Which one?
25. Trying to find the right spot for my signal because I'm losing it.
25? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so the point after is good. And Gig Harbor is now up 7-0, and I'm having such trouble, Jerry.
Well, I can hear you.
That's not what I'm talking about. Oh, my goodness. So 7-0, kickoff coming. Let's just step aside. Maybe we can get some of the things fixed. We'll be right back.
Just not screaming, huh?
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
And we're back.
Oh, to have him make an announcement?
Up there. We're not PA, we're broadcast. Oh, my. 6.5 minutes
take that up there
to go
make
here
an announcement up there?
Unless
you know them.
Okay. So the Gig Harbor Tide's about ready to kick it off. Kyle Kimball back deep. There's the run up, and the kick is long, it's deep. It's going to go into the end zone and a touchback. So Shelton will start out on their own 20.
Okay, they're going to make an announcement. They didn't know the person. Is that it too? Okay. Here, you want to go through?
All right, so 1st and 10 from the 20 for Shelton. 7-0 ball game. Gig Harbor leads, 6:30 to go here in the first quarter. I formation, handoff to Ruiz. Ruiz getting the near side, he breaks into the secondary. He's on the run to the 50, to the 45, inside the 45. Actually, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 45. So that's a
35-yard run.
35-yard run for Willie Ruiz. Boy, Jerry, if I wasn't for you, I'd have no idea. Can you even see?
I can, yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. Oh, but we have a flag because it's coming back.
Oh, Bubba. That would have been the 4th first down, unfortunately.
So I'm looking for the referee here.
See what the call is.
It's a hold on Shelton.
Yeah,
so that'll march it back. Good run, but then they would say that it was the hold that led to the big run.
And it'll be 10 yards from the point of the infraction.
I would believe so, yes. So it's still first down, but it's going to be back to, it looks like, probably the...
looks like they're marking it on the, let's see.
Oh, they're going to mark it at the...
24.
Yeah, okay, so not as bad as it could have been. So first down, handoff to Ruiz again. He hits the pile, still fighting his way. He just went straight ahead and knocked some bodies there.
Yeah.
And I give him 4.
I would say 4 yards.
Yeah.
4 yards, okay.
Yep, 4 yards. I also have a new clipboard setup. It's not going to work, Jerry. Not the place to try new things. All right. So 2nd down and 2 from the 28 for the Highclimbers. Under center goes through all this. Handoff this time to Osmond. Osmond trying to fight. He might have got a yard. Depends on how generous the referee is going to be. And they're going to give him 1. 3rd and 1 coming. I can see this. This is right in front of us.
Okay. Okay, this is a very important first down attempt.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 from the 29 for Shelton.
And Shelton's been moving the ball okay on the ground, you know, for an average of about 4.5 yards per carry.
Yeah. So the I formation with one receiver on the near side, one on the far side, the handoff in the middle.
No gap,
no gain,
no
if
hole.
not, if anything. I think that might have been Osmond again. No, it was Isaiah Stewart. So no gain there, brings it 4th down, and well, he lost some yards.
Yeah, he lost a yard.
Call it 4th and 2 from the 28, and you know Cody Bragg will be out there to kick another boomer. Cody's having a great season.
Yeah, he is.
He's consistent. 26 back deep. That's Zach Davis. There's the snap. The punt. It's high, and ooh, what a beauty. Fair catch called for. Oh, he fumbled it, bobbled it, but he landed on it. And the Tides will start out on the 31.
About a 36-yard punt, Diedrich. Was high.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Forced the young man to call a fair catch.
Yes.
Actually going to punt the ball officially on the 32. That's where Gig Harbor will start for the 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the wide side, 2 receivers to the near side, man in motion. And a handoff to that guy. Nope, it's Holland back keeping it, trying to get around the edge on the far side. It's a read option. Very little gain there. I'll give him 1.
Gain of 1, yes.
So 2nd and 9 coming for Gig Harbor. Their first possession resulted in a touchdown. Let's see if they can add on. Man in motion again, coming into near ways of pass. It's complete. No, it's incomplete. Sorry. Intended target looks like 80.
So far, Gig Harbor's thrown 3 times.
Cole Smith. Sorry.
And they've completed 2.
Same formation. No, it's the opposite side. Roll out to the near side. Hollenbeck avoids the rusher, and then he gets swallowed under. Cody Hall, first guy there to bring Hollenbeck away from his pass, and a loss on the play back near the 30.
Yeah, a loss of about 3 on the play.
Brings up 4th and 11.
And
so a good hold by the Highclimbers.
And Kimball is back deep.
Yeah, he's standing about his 30. Waiting for this punt from Sean Kimball. Different spelling is in the Kimballs. There's the snap. The kick is high. It's going to drive Kyle Kimball back into the 25. He fights his way to the 30 before he's pulled down there. So Highclimbers will take it. 3:14 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 on the Shelton 30-yard line.
Nice punt on that, 39-yard punt. And Kimball returned it for a couple yards.
5 yards.
5 yards, okay.
Yards. He fought for every one of those 5 yards.
Yeah, and he looked like he might be able to shake it. You know,
yeah,
he shook a couple.
He's going to try. You know he's going to try.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 from the 30 for Shelton. On their own 30. Osmond shifts to the left side. Handoff goes to Ruiz. Ruiz cuts it back in the middle. Then he meets somebody right about the 34.
Yeah, it looks like a gain of 5 for Willie Ruiz.
Well, this referee says 4. Fortunately, the guy on the near side said 4. So 4-yard gain.
Okay.
2nd and 6 coming for Shelton. Not to disagree with you. I'm just looking at where the referee says.
You are right. You are right. It is 4. But like I said, he's averaging about 4 yards per carry.
So Geraldus will send 2 receivers to the far side, and that I formation offset to the left. Handoff to Ruiz. Ruiz cuts it behind his fullback of Osmond. Gets a couple of yards there up to the 37. So give him 3.
Okay.
Brings up 3rd and 3. Clock is running with 2:20, under 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0, Gig Harbor on top. Shelton has the ball. Highclimbers taking their time. Now we do have a play clock on the field, and they have 5 seconds now to get the play off. 3, 2. Well, he's going to have to burn a timeout. They're going to burn a timeout. 1:54 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
First timeout.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes. But we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, it's a matter of life or death.
We're back. 1:54 to go in the first quarter. 7-0, Gig Harbor on top. Shelton has the ball with a 3rd and 3 on their own 37-yard line. Shotgun formation for Giraldus and company. 2 receivers on each side. 1 back, and that's Stewart. It looks like a little pump and fake, and it's complete over the middle to, I think that's Kimball. Gets up to the 44. It's enough for a first down. Nope, it's Taylor Toney, I think, on the reception. So a pickup of 7 yards, Jerry, on a good pass, and that looked like it was Giraldus' second or third option because he pulled the ball back, and then he pumped it out and complete.
That's the second completion on 3 attempts, and that's the 5th first down for the Highclimbers.
Highclimbers go back to the I formation, standard I formation. Ruiz at the end of the I gets a toss going to the right side, and he'll get maybe 2, depending on the spot. It looks like he did get 2 up to the 46.
Looks like they're going to give it 1.
Are they going to give it 1? Oh, wow.
All over Rui on that one. The first time I've been right. So.
Actually, they're not even going to give him that, it looks like.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I'm going by the line judge on this side. He's very generous. I guess the guys on the other side are not so much. So 2nd and 10 from the 44. Pistol formation. Giraldus throws in the middle, over through just off the fingertips of Marshall McCullough. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down. Wow. Not what I was expecting on that play.
Yeah. It's nice to see it being mixed up a little bit. It's going to help the running game. I think they can,
So it's 3rd and 10 from the 44 for Shelton and company. Let me get the camera back on this formation. Shotgun for Giraldus. He'll roll to the near side. Set his feet, throw. Nice attempt near the 40, and that was Skylar Ross, incomplete. Brings up 4th and 10.
Yeah. And obviously it's a punting situation.
Yeah, you're going to rely on your excellent punter in Cody Bragg. As we've seen it, he's gotten some boomers off.
Yeah, and good coverage on the punts.
Right.
He's averaging 38, 40 yards a punt. So I hope I'm not too loud.
There's the snap, and the kick. That one's high again. That one hits at the 30, takes a straight up bounce. A high climber roll. Gonna go inside, looks like the 25, where it'll roll out of bounds. That's where Gig Harbor will start.
So we looked at a 31-yard punt on that one, Diedrich.
Okay. And they are going to put it on the 25. 1st and 10 for the Tide. Now my question is it the Tides with an S or just the Tide? Do you know, Jerry?
It's the Tide.
Okay.
Because there's only 4 flags out there and they say TIDE, so.
Okay. So a little handoff on the fly sweep coming this way. Gonna get around the edge. fighting his way up the sidelines. Nearly broke that one loose. That's Mark Kimball on the run up to midfield. And there's 12 seconds left in the half.
The quarter.
Yeah, the quarter, excuse me, you're right. And he didn't make it to midfield. I thought he did. They rule him out at the 43. But it's a first down for Gig Harbor. Back to pass goes Hollenbeck. He'll dump it off again to the far side. And falling down after catching is Sean Kimball. And I think he lost some yardage there. Going to spot it back at the 40. And that is the end of the quarter. So 7-0 after 1 here in Gig Harbor at Roy Anderson Field. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with the second quarter in a moment here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
In my grocery store, you never know what's around the corner. It's not just about the groceries, it's about the game. And there's always a twist. Sorry, this one's called 5 Items or Less.
Stop working! Woo! All new, Sunday night at 8. Guys Grocery Games on Food Network.
Okay, we're back. Just waiting for the start of the second quarter. Gig Harbor Tides have a 2nd and 10 on their own 43-yard line. Hollenbeck out of the shotgun, this guy in motion. And a little fly sweep, but we have flags before the play could develop. 3 seconds into this quarter, and it's a false start on Gig Harbor. So marching backwards 5 yards and brings up 2nd and 15.
So a second penalty on Gig Harbor.
And it looks like that might have been a little broken play. Mark Kimball trying to get around and get away from some rushing Highclimbers. And another loss on the play. The Tide all of a sudden are going backwards. You don't see that much. I guess you could say the Tide is going out. Okay, bad pun. Had to say it.
Big loss.
Yeah, back to the 33-yard line. Crowd is inching in again on us. From the gun goes Hollenbeck. He's looking to pass. He's going on the roll out near the near side. Sets his feet, directs some traffic, pulls it down, and he's going to be run out of bounds by Taylor Toney. Right into the sidelines, so the Tide on the near side.
Gain of about 8 on the play, almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
After the
penalty. A little short. After the penalty.
So that's back at the 37, or up to the 37, I should say, and it's a punting situation for Gig Harbor.
And Kyle Kimball back deep again for the Highclimbers.
There's the snap, not much of a rush, and there's a line drive punt that goes out. I'm going to say it's right around the 40. I'm going to say about the 37, I'm going to guess, depending on where they actually spot it. That was a line drive angled.
Trying to keep it away from Kimball, but you know, a total of 26 yards on the play if it's marked at the 37, but not a great punt. But
38, I guess, is where they're going to finally put it down.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The scoreboard agrees with me, so we're on the right mindset, I guess. So the Highclimbers will come out with the ball. With a straightaway eye now. No, it's offset to the left. Hand off to Ruiz. Ruiz getting around trying to get around the edge on that left side. Not much, if anything.
Okay, let's give him a 1.
Yeah, it looks like the 39. So 2nd and 9 coming for Shelton. Trailing 7-0 in the second quarter.
Willie Ruiz has gained 25 yards on 9 carries.
So Isaiah Stewart is going to give Ruiz a rest. And they go offset eye with Stewart at the end of the eye. He'll get the hand off. No, it's a play action. Giraldez overthrew everybody. I don't think Kimball and him were on the same page offensively.
And
incomplete.
That was the 6th pass by the Highclimbers. Tyler Giraldez has completed 2 of those. Highclimbers so far have 5 first downs.
So 3rd and 9 coming for Shelton. On their own 39. Hash mark near side. 2 receivers on each side. And from the shotgun goes Giraldez. Tyler has Stewart to his left. Little play action again. Looking over the middle. He's throwing off the hands of Skylar Ross. Just a little too hard for Skylar to gather in. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down. So 10:20 to go here in the half. Since we have a moment coming up halftime, we'll be talking a little bit of politics. Last Thursday, a week ago, there was a debate in Belfair that we covered. And you can watch the whole thing in its entirety on Mason Web TV. But during that debate at the end, there was a question and answer period from the...
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful punt and a fair catch called for at the 28. Anyways, to finish my thought, Jerry.
32-yard punt by Kyle Kimball.
At halftime, you will see a bit of that Q&A session with a couple of the candidates at halftime. We'll bring you that. But we have more football. So Gig Harbor will start out on their own 28-yard line. After a good start for the Tide, it's been more of a field position game here. Not deep field position, but just field position.
Well, of course, Gig Harbor.
Now the back to pass goes Hollenbeck. He's got some pressure. He's going to avoid it. He's going to dump it off and get hit. Threw it out of bounds, but what an arm. Intended target there must have been Sean Kimball.
And he's thrown 5 times, completed 2. Of course, the big one was a 47-yard touchdown.
Right.
To make it 7-0. But outside of that, the statistics are dead even, except for that pass.
So Hollenbeck will go back in the shotgun, get a guy in motion. And he'll on the run, the fly sweep read option. Hollenbeck will pull it down and get very little. I guess I'll give him 1. The 29 brings up 3rd and 9. Back to pass goes Hollenbeck. Avoids a rush, throws it, got a guy there. It's complete. And coming back to catch that is Kellen Gregory. That's a first down.
Yes, it is. That's the 3rd first down.
Up to the 44-yard line. The 15-yard gain.
To number 19?
Number 2. 3 receivers near side. Man in motion from the far side. Little play action again. Hollenbeck will pull it down and run just shy of the 50. Pulled down by Dylan Paul. Spot him at the 49.
Can we give him 5?
Yeah. I'm going to give him 5. Yeah, Coach Hinkle is not kidding about this hurry-up offense of Gig Harbor. Hollenbeck in the shotgun again, back pass. Not much of a drop. Thumps it off. Nice catch in traffic. That was
26.
Yeah, that was Zach Davis on the reception, and all over him was Jake Myers. You can't cover that any better. And it's complete, and it's in the Tide are in Highclimber territory at the 39, at the 40 actually. Oh, a little bobble on that. Hollenbeck gets away from the rush, throws it. Got a guy there wide open. Going to rumble into the end zone for a touchdown is Sean Kimball.
I think he went over the line.
Now there's a flag back, way back here.
I think it's going to be called back.
Oh, it's a roughing the passer. No, intentional grounding. What is that? Is that over the line then?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I've never actually.
Well, yeah. That means over the line, I believe. Yeah, he was over the line.
Okay. Well, they're bringing it back, so no touchdown. Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never seen that actually signaled in a game in all my years. I've never seen that, but
very rare.
Now they're not even going to give us a after the play signal. I'm going to say it's a 5-yard penalty.
Very costly penalty.
Brings up 2nd and 13. Back to pass, and on the rollout is Hollenbeck looking again, throwing it, and intercepted by Kyle Kimball on the far sidelines. Kimball read that all the way, and he picked it off. So Kyle Kimball gets another interception, second one in 2 games. So Shelton gets the ball back. Dodging a bullet on that penalty, though, the play before.
Kyle Kimball last week, I believe, was in on 2 turnovers.
Yeah, he got the opening kickoff, recovered the opening kickoff, and then intercepted a pass.
Okay.
That's what I remember from last week.
Yeah, I was thinking he was involved in another turnover, but I was wrong, I guess.
Nah, it was Taylor Toney who got the other one.
Oh, okay, yes.
Handoff out of the shotgun to Ruiz. Ruiz pushing the pile forward. Gets up near the 34, it looks like. Give him a 5 on the carry.
Well, they're opening up some better holes this week. Definitely than last week against Timberline. We just could not run last week, but we're establishing it this week. The run game.
A little more of a mix-up in the runners there. A little misdirection on that one as Ruiz will carry the ball, going the opposite direction. Fought for a couple of yards there.
Yeah. He definitely earned those 2.
Yeah. So 3rd and looks like 2 to me from the 37.
You're correct.
And the clock is running with 7:25 to go here in the half. Little play action for Giraldus. Giraldus got a guy there at midfield. It's Kyle Kimball, complete, and a first down. Just shy of midfield. Yeah, a little bit of difference in the routes, it looks like to me, Jerry. The Highclimbers are coming back to the ball rather than being led by the ball, at least the last couple of completions.
And that's good for a 6th first down. Third completed pass by Tyler Giraldus on 8 attempts.
Under center he goes out of the eye, goes to Ruiz. Ruiz sneaking around the left side. And it looks like he got 4, maybe 5. Get to the 46. So that's 5 on the pickup.
Now he's been averaging 3 to 4 yards per carry, a little under 4.
2nd and 5 coming, 6.5 minutes to go here in the half. 7-0 Gig Harbor. Shelton with the ball and driving. Kimball will come out to the near side. It's like Toney to the far side. It's Toney man in motion going across the formation. Little play action rollout for Giraldus. Giraldus under pressure, throws. It's deflected and incomplete, intended for Toney. So it brings up 3rd and 5.
Well, another passing situation, it looks like.
It's the 2nd time a Gig Harbor player lost his helmet.
And they have to go out for 1 play?
I don't think so. I think that it might have been the same young man. They need to figure out why his helmet's coming off. Make some adjustments to chin strap or whatever they need to do. So 3rd and 5 for Shelton on the Gig Harbor 46. passing situation as Giraldez is in the shotgun. One receiver far side, 3 to the near side. Back to pass he goes. Dumps it off the outside, off the hands of Skylar Ross, incomplete. 4th down.
Yeah, that's the second pass in a row where probably should have been caught.
Highclimbers have a 4th and 5 coming, and Cody Bragg's out there to punt it away. And back deep is going to be Mark Fletcher. He'll stand about his 12-yard line. High snap. Bragg gets it off. This one's lower. Still got some distance on it. Hits at the 20 and rolls inside the 15, going sideways to the far side. Inside near the 10 now. And it keeps rolling, and they will down it right there. Wyatt Freeze, the man who will stop it, and the Tide will start over on their own 9-yard line.
49-yard punt on that nice Shelton roll.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the half. Gig Harbor has a 7-0 lead and the ball back, but they're pinned deep on their own 9. 3 receivers on this near side, 2 to the far side, man in motion. That's Davis, doesn't take the handoff, and Hollenbeck keeps it. He's got some running room. He gets a 1st down run across the 15. And spot it right at the 15. I'm sorry, the 25. Excuse me.
Yeah, about the 25, yeah.
You're right, Jerry. Oh, a little bobble in reverse. And sprinting down the sideline. Looks like he's going to go. Hope he got it stopped at the goal line or just shy of the goal line. And that was a good pursuit and takedown by Evan Rhodes. The man running, I believe it was Sean Kimball for Gig Harbor, got inside the 10.
$65, 66-yard run by number 11.
So back to pass goes Hollenbeck. He'll dump it off quickly, complete. Slips one tackle, and he can't get by the rest of the Highclimbers. And that was Sean Kimball again on the reception, trying to get a screen going to the far side, and the Highclimbers right there.
Where are they spotting the ball there, Diedrich?
I'm waiting for the scoreboard because I can't see. The 8, so a yard on that one.
Okay. Looked like it was more, but you're right.
Yeah, it was going sideways. Yeah. 2nd down and goal from the 8. Hollenbeck back to pass. Stutter steps. Got a guy, throws it, and there's the touchdown. And that went to whom?
Number 25.
25. Mark Fletcher.
Second completed pass to him. First one being for 47.
So the point after coming. Snap, spot, and the kick. It's high, and it's good. So make it 14-0, Gig Harbor. 4:27 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Hood Canal Communications Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, the Shelton Mason County Journal, and the Shelton Mason County Chamber of Commerce present a General Election Candidates Forum live from Olympic Middle School in Shelton on Tuesday, October 18th. Here are the candidates running for Mason County Commissioner Districts 1 and 2, and the candidates running for 35th District State Representatives Position 1 and 2 tackle the issues beginning at 6 o'clock. Moderated by Deidre Peterson, it's a General Election Candidates Forum, 6 p.m. Tuesday, October 18th, live on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Waiting for the kickoff. 4:27 to go here in the second quarter. 14-0 Gig Harbor, and a line drive kick that's going to roll and roll and roll out of bounds inside the 5. So the choice here, Jerry, as I learned last week, when it goes out of bounds, it's 25 yards from the point it goes out of bounds, or you go back 5 yards and make them kick it again. That's what I learned. That's what it was told to me. Now, that's what it looks like the Highclimbers are going to take. And they will start on the 35.
Please tell me that again, that rule.
Well, it didn't quite work out. I was told it's 25 yards from the place it goes out of bounds.
Okay.
Or you march them back 5 yards and make them kick it again. But
Right.
they're going to start their own 35, so that didn't quite work as it was explained to me.
Well,
maybe it's different in 8-man football. Highclimbers running out of time. And they had to burn another timeout.
but if it went out at the 5 and we got the ball on the 35,
maybe it went
just
inside the 10. Yeah, maybe it went out at the 10, then you had 25. It's hard to see from our angle.
Right, so I think what your explanation is correct.
So it's 25 yards from the spot it goes out of bounds, or you march him back 5 yards and make him kick from 5 yards deeper. Those are the choices. And yeah, I was out of Merriam night watching the Owls play in a pouring down rain against Nacelle, and it was, yeah.
Well, they're definitely trying to keep it away from Kimball, but, I think they made the wise choice in taking it
where they can get it instead of, yeah.
No, I think that was a wise choice.
Well, I'll never second guess Matt Hinkle, ever.
No, he knows. He's correct.
So we have 4:27 to go here in the half. 14-0 Gig Harbor. Shelton has the ball on their own 35. Giraldus is going to drop back a pass. Got a guy there. It's complete. And that's
number 9.
Number 9, excuse me. That is Evan Rhodes on the reception. All the way up into Tide territory at the 42. Nice pass.
Yes, it was. How many yards?
23, it looks like.
Okay.
My math is right. I don't know. At 23.
That's the 4th completed pass out of 11 attempts.
And that's also what happens with the establishing of the run. So out of the pistol will go Giraldus. Back behind him. That's Ruiz. Ooh, and incomplete pass.
We do have a flag.
Yeah, we do have a flag, and that was out to Travis Colbinson, incomplete. And we have a penalty on the Highclimbers. Likely a hold or hands to the face. I didn't see the call. Illegal use of the hands. Looks like it's 10 yards. It's a hold.
Second penalty on the Highclimbers, a total of 20 yards.
So that puts it back on there, 48. With a 1st and 20 now. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Back to pass goes Giraldus. Giraldus sets his feet, dumps it off in the middle to Stewart. Stewart avoids a couple of tackles, gets back to the beyond the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. Up to the 42. And a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah.
2nd and 11 coming. Again, it looked to me.
Was that to Stewart?
That was to Stewart, yes. It looked to me like that was Giraldus' 2nd or 3rd option, because he's scanning the field and he's dumping it off to his check down. And it looks like Tyler's seeing the field better tonight than he did last week. Out of the gun he goes, back to pass. He's going to throw it in the near side. Got a guy there. It's Evan Rhodes. Evan Rhodes finding his way inside the 15 to near the 10. Actually, they're going to stop him, stay stopped at the 12. That's a 30-yard pickup?
Yeah. And that's a second completed pass. 2 roads, one for 23 and one for 30.
Well, 29, they moved it back a yard.
Okay.
Those referees. I guess it was where his knee first hit rather than where he ended up stopping.
Okay. Anyway, good catch.
2 receivers on each side. Stewart is the back beside him, and Charles is going to throw to the end zone. Got Kyle Kimball there. Touchdown.
It sure looks like it.
It looks like it. No signal. Yes, touchdown, Kyle Kimball. So Shelton gets on the board. Nice to see them complete a drive, get in there finally.
13-yard touchdown pass to Kyle Kimball from Tyler Giraldes.
So it gives Shelton 6 points. See if they can add another one with a point after by Cody Brett. And the holder is Skylar Ross. So no shutout tonight. Their snap, a little high, spot down, kick is up, looks good.
Sure does.
It is. So it's now a 1-touchdown game. Gig Harbor 14, Shelton 7. We'll be right back.
Hillcrest Shell is now open. Conveniently located on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton. Hillcrest Shell offers quality gasoline at affordable prices, and you can use your Fred Meyer or QFC rewards points to save even more at the pump. Free coffee to help with your morning commute, a variety of snacks and other goodies to help you get through the day, and friendly service as Eric is back in town. Hillcrest Shell on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton.
Are you looking for an affordable TV service option?
Hood Canal Communications has good news.
Introducing HCC IPTV.
Get local Seattle TV at an affordable price without lengthy contracts or hidden fees.
IPTV uses your broadband connection from HCC.
For a limited time, get your first 3 months for free.
Need broadband? HCC has got you covered. Ask about broadband options in your area. Call 898-2481 today.
Learn more at hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
So 14-7 is their score now. 2:35 to go in the half. Shelton finally gets on the board. A good,
Cody Bragg ready to kick off.
Yeah, good long drive. 65 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays. And Bragg has it all teed up. It's like Hollenbeck is the guy back deep, and they'll just squib kick it. And it's free again. I think Gig Harbor got on that one.
I think so too.
Yeah. He kind of stopped it and then kind of did one of those, like a catcher does in baseball. Stop it and drop it and pick it up. It's kind of what the man did for Gig Harbor, and I believe that was Davis.
Yeah, about a 23-yard squibbler.
So Gig Harbor will take over on their own 37. The 1st and 10 and a little more than 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Leading by a touchdown. Shotgun goes Hollenbeck. He has 2 receivers near side and 3 to the far side. He'll fake the handoff, go back to pass, throw it long. Got a guy there, incomplete. Good coverage. Evan Rhodes on the coverage, and it looks like that was, what was it? That was Mark Fletcher, the intended target there for Hollenbeck. He's got a rocket for an arm, Jerry.
He does have a good arm.
That's like 30 yards in the air, easy. And he's not really setting his feet. He's always moving around.
I was watching him in practice, and he was throwing very well.
There he goes again, back to pass. He's on the run again. He's avoiding some pressure, and he sneaks away, getting a first down and some more. He's on the far sidelines now, inside the 30, where he's driven out of bounds by Kyle Kimball, finally near the 20-yard line. What a run. What a run.
From the 37.
To wherever they're going to spot it. They're going to spot it right at the 20. That's a 43-yard run. All created by the mobility of Hollenbeck. Yeah, he avoided the pressure, and now we had a flag at the end of the play. Interesting, I didn't see that. Now we have a timeout, one or the other. I'm still waiting for the final call here. As finally it's going to be a timeout by Gig Harbor. Okay, I'm tracking now, Jerry.
Yeah, each team has had one timeout.
Two. The timers burned a couple on some plays.
Does Shelton have two?
They've done two.
Okay.
So they have one in my mind, if I remember right. I guess we'll just keep it here, Jerry, as well. I can't queue up anything, so.
Yes, I am very impressed with the quarterback. Not only does he have a good arm, but he's ran for
ton of yards. Let's just say that.
He's ran for over two-thirds of the carries.
Wow.
One for 28 yards, one for 43.
He's just deceptive and slippery, and he works out of the gun, which he's in now. No, it's a new guy out there. An incomplete pass. Is it a new guy out there? Yeah, this time there's a new quarterback on this set of downs. It's Ryan Berg. And that's incomplete. Brings up the 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now
19's back.
Yeah, now Hollenbeck is back in there. Going to do the read option again. Keeps up. Is it straight up the middle? Yeah, I'm sorry. I got faked out by that. That read option is very effective. And Hollenbeck got 3, it looks like.
Yes, it did have us faked out, and I'm sure a lot of people.
Well, I thought he kept it, and then I thought he might have snuck it out. I don't know. 3rd down coming. Read option again. And, oh boy, look at him go now. Well, depends on who you believe here. I think he's short. I think he's at the 15.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
4th down coming. All that for just a couple of yards.
I thought he was closer than that to a 1st down.
Well, we're sitting about the 35 on the opposite end of the field, so it's a little difficult from our angle to see. And there's going to be a field goal attempt. I'm going to say it's about a 30-yarder. Is it good? It is.
It was from the 13, so it'd be 23, yeah.
Okay.
So 23-yard field goal by number 49.
All right, so tack on another 3 points for Gig Harbor. They're now up 10, making it 17-7. We will step aside, collect our thoughts, and have a kickoff when we come back.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Okay, now we're back.
That was a 23-yard field goal by Logan Kennan, number 49.
Okay. So, all right. So the Tide are ready to kick it back to the Highclimbers with under a minute and a half to go in the half.
Kyle Kimmel back deep, number 11 on the kicking.
And let's see, a high, short kick that is out of bounds. It's going to be out of bounds. It was Colbinson had it, went off of his hands, but I think it went out of bounds. Yes, it did go out of bounds, and that will be Highclimber ball. Looks like they're just shy of the 40 at the 38 or 39.
A minute 24 left in the quarter. This first half's going pretty quick.
Yeah.
You know, compared to last week.
Yeah. So the Highclimbers are going to start out on their own 38-yard line. Let's see what they can do. Draws will go out of the pistol. Far side, one to the near side. So workhorse. Just little yards, big yards. Size runs, you know.
He's carried it 11 times and averaging a little under 3 yards per carry.
The clock is running with a minute to go now. Giraldus has got a long guy there. He's going to overthrow everybody. Intended target there was Marshall McCullough, double coverage. You had 26 and 29 back there. 26 is Zach Davis, 29 is Mac Ditter. Incomplete, 3rd and 8 coming for Shelton. Does stop the clock with 55.3 seconds to go. That's what the 3's on there. 0.3. Can't quite make it out on the screen, Jerry. A pink feather on my shoulder. So 3rd down coming for Shelton. 2 receivers on both sides out of the shotgun. Little play action to Stewart. Giraldus has got some time, and then the time expires as down he goes.
Yeah, quarterback sack, and it looks like, let's see what they've got here.
Timeout by Gig Harbor.
And that's their 2nd timeout of the ball game.
It's a 4th and 9, so it's 1, I think.
Yeah.
Back to the 41. I'm sorry, 39, excuse me. Oh, they're throwing t-shirts here into the stands. At least they don't have one of those air cannons. Don't think they need it here. It's not that far. So Cody Bragg is on to punt it back to Gig Harbor with 45.5 seconds to go here in the half. Takes his time, gets a high one off, shorter, hits at the 38, bounces out of bounds about the 35. So Gig Harbor will have
26-yard punt, no return.
Yep. Let's see, they'll have, wait a minute. Got a flag in the backfield here.
Well, that could be roughing the kicker. I didn't see it. He was close. They were very close to blocking that one, Gig Harbor was. But Cody did get it off.
It is roughing the kicker.
Yeah.
So that...
Now, is that an automatic? Or it depends. Is it 5 or 15?
Yeah, there's running into the kicker, and then there's roughing the kicker. And I'm thinking this is more of a running into.
I think so, too.
Because it looks like a 5-yard penalty.
Right. So...
If it's running into the kicker 5 yards, it's roughing the kicker, it's 15. And it's hard because we don't get to hear what he says.
Just like with the face mask.
Right. Bragg will get a better punt off this time. Hit again at the, gets a straight up bounce, and then it gets down about the 36. Interesting turf. So Gig Harbor will get another shot at this.
Yeah, not much of 20 yards, you know.
20.
Last 2 putts haven't been too good.
Yeah, well.
But
maybe that rush and that hit might have gotten to his head a little bit.
Yes.
So they will spot it at the 35, about the same as where it was before the penalty. And Hollenbeck is in there to try to make something happen in 24.4 seconds. He can do it.
Yes, he can.
Doesn't take him much time. And then Shelton's going to burn his final timeout, get on the right page for this. And I think we will just step aside for a bit. We'll be right back with the last 24.4 seconds of this half.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower-moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
24.4 seconds to go here in the half. Gig Harbor has a 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. We just noticed that there's some rain falling. It's light rain, and I'm glad we were into the stands instead of my original idea of setting up in the visitor stands. So Hollenbeck is in the shotgun. Man in motion's Davis. He'll get the ball, and it's a double reverse.
Double reverse.
Hey, that one worked wonders on the last one, and sprinting up the sidelines and knocking out of bounds. That is going to be Sean Kimball. Got out of bounds, stopped the clock, and only used 9 seconds.
And I would say close to 20 yards.
I'd say that was from 35 to the 45. And, yeah, 20 yards. He got out of bounds, so that does stop the clock with 15.1 seconds. Now, we just said they can go.
And he's definitely the lead. Well, him and number 19 are the leading rushers.
Hollenbeck out of the gun again. Same formation as they usually have. Man in motion. This is Davis. Little play action. They'll throw it over the middle. Got a guy there. It's complete. And rumbling, bumbling down into the end zone.
Number 21?
26, Zach Davis. Everybody's biting on the play action. And Gig Harbor hits him yet again. Point after coming. Snap, spotted, kick, gets up. It's good. 24-7 is our score. 6.7 seconds to go in the half. We will take a timeout. We'll be back with the kickoff, see if the Climbers decide to just take a knee or see if they can't try and do something in that 6.7 seconds.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Odd.
Yeah, we're on.
That's a third touchdown pass from Hollenbeck. This time it was thrown to number 26.
Jerry, you bumped my camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I lost my clock.
Oh, no.
6.7 seconds to go here in the half. I will try to fix that here shortly.
Okay.
There's the 6th. That'll give you some reference there. And the rain is falling a little harder now. There's the run up in the kick. A little scribbler that's going to dribble down and be picked up about the 25. And I believe that's Cody Hall on the return. Up to about the 37. No, actually that was Gage Peterson on the return, and that will run out the half. So Jerry, we will head to halftime, take a little bit of a timeout. We'll come back with some debate talk, a little election education for everybody. And I'm glad it's a long one because we have 20 minutes in this halftime period. So we'll be back in 2 minutes with a little bit of election stuff, and I'll explain that in just a couple of minutes. You are watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I have a warrant.
Got a little bit of kick to it.
Houston, do you copy?
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Hood Canal Communications Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, the Shelton Mason County Journal, and the Shelton Mason County Chamber of Commerce present a General Election Candidates Forum live from Olympic Middle School in Shelton on Tuesday, October 18th. Here are the candidates running for County Commissioner District 1 and 2, Position 1 and 2, tackle the issues beginning at 6 o'clock. Moderated by Deidre Peterson, it's a General Election Candidates Forum, 6 p.m. Tuesday, October 18th, live on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
And we're back. It's halftime at Roy Anderson Field. 24-7 is the halftime score. Jerry Apples, give you some time there, Jerry. So take your time. We got some time here. We'll get to some halftime statistics in just a moment. But if you recall, a little more than a week ago in Belfair was a candidate debate at the Hub Senior Center for Faith in Action Senior Center Hub Center for Seniors. I'll get it right. And part of that debate was a question and answer period with members of the audience, and I picked a couple of interesting topics that we're going to play for you here, and I'm just going to let it go. So here is from the debate from September 29th.
The hub has not been granted due to state law the exemption as for taxes, property taxes, because they are run by a nonprofit. Most of them are run by Parks and Rec. Figure that. Would you be willing to put forth a bill and then support it strongly in our community to get that exemption removed? This is a huge thing, and the build it and they will come has really overwhelmed us. So how do you feel about that?
Okay, well, let's start.
So absolutely, and the reason I asked for the mic first is because I'm already working on legislation. Patty asked me the question, and I also had a question from the senior center in Shelton. It affects them. Basically, the problem is they can only rent this out a certain amount of times as a nonprofit, tax-free a few times, and that really they struggle in their ability to maintain and their operation to do that. And yes, we're working on legislation for that, and I will sponsor it or co-sponsor it, however we got to do it to get it done. Thanks.
Let's go that way.
Yep, and same here, and a member of your organization met with me a couple months ago, and a lot of these things, you talk about special carve-outs, and I don't mean that in a derogatory manner when it comes to this, but there are so many different nonprofits, and it's like, well, we'll exempt a bingo hall in a church, and then, you go through this litany, and so, ironically, the way it's set up, yeah, you're not in the inclusion, and so, yeah, we'll definitely work on that and get it fixed.
Yeah, I'd absolutely sponsor a bill and champion that to get that sort of exemption. And I'm sure there's other organizations that are probably in your similar position, at least the Hub's position statewide, that would benefit from that sort of exemption.
When I ran against Tim Sheldon in 2014, this was one of the issues brought up for the Shelton Senior Citizens Center, and it was a big issue. And I don't think it's right if we have representatives that promise certain funding and then they don't follow through on it. And I know that's been the case not only on the senior centers, but other issues here within the 35th. So yes, absolutely, I will fund it. I can't think of anything more important. We were talking earlier about the two vulnerable situations, the young and the older people. And this is something that we absolutely have to, this is how we build community. And we need to make sure that it's not a burden on anyone, especially the people that are using this center. Thank you.
Bring the mic on down. We can start with Randy and come back this way.
I've been active with the Hub from the very, 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 very beginning, from one of the first times when they had a meet and greet at the house, to the time we put the shovel into the ground, to the blessings on the wall, to where we're at now. Something we can do as a commission is to continue to lobby for these when these happen, actually go down Olympia and make sure that it continues. But also right now, one of the things that I've been doing is trying to offset some of the problems they have. They have a farmer's market out there that's not truly a farmer's market, so therefore they can't call it that, and it's considered more of a retail issue for them, and so it helps them to reach that cap so they can't get their tax reduction. Got a hold of the Shelton Farmers Market, trying to get them to get some of their farmers down here so they won't have that issue in the future. I know they've already had those contacts. And I want to give a special thank you to Dan, because in actuality we'd already talked about this at one point, that he's going to go forward with this year to try and get that so that organizations like this are exempt, not to get an exemption, but to get organizations like this included into the exemption. He was already telling me a few months ago that he's going to try and work on that to try and make that happen. So, from my work on the hub, I want to say thank you on that.
I'm just going to pretty much mirror the same thing, absolutely, in supporting that exemption. I think it's vitally important. Anytime you have community centers that support exchange, ideas, information, opportunities, it's also a good place for resources for any of us who work in the emergency services. It's also a connection and opportunity to reach out to those who may be isolated, who may have other needs that we may not be aware of, and so absolutely supportive of that.
Well, first off, thanks, Kat, for everything you've done in this community over the years. I know you're still involved, even though you're retired from North Basin Resources. And to Patty, Patty was one of the first people that I met when I started working in the legislature. And we have to have their passion and their doggedness in getting these things of chamber. We got to keep.
Well, obviously, it'd be foolish if I said I didn't agree. So, of course, I wholeheartedly agree. And while they're busy working on that, I think we need to take a look at the schools. And we are paying taxes, and we receive taxes. So I don't know that. I think something should be done about that. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Kat.
Thank you, one and all. And to the community, those of you of the geezer and geezerette age, anything over 50, please urge them. If it takes writing letters, emails, calling them, urge all of our candidates and then our winners to represent us in this, because property tax is huge on a place like this, and it can help. We need to build that elevator.
This is a nonpartisan question, so my own allegiances are completely irrelevant, and it's actually only addressed to those that are running from the legislature. Here is a concern that is unique to the North Mason School District, not just to our school district, but to rural school districts across the state. In general terms, the state assumes that this is Illinois and that the roads go as the birds go. Now, as you know, the roads in our district, our beautiful district, are intersected by water here, there, and the other place. We got to go think of how to get out to Dewato in a straight line. Okay. Our district needs for the legislators and other districts like it need for the legislators to take a look at the school transportation formula for the state, because one, it discriminates us against us. We are paying, all of us, part of what the state ought to be paying for our transportation. Not only that, we're getting penalized for being inefficient in doing it because we're not abiding by the state. Then two groups of students we want to specially aid are not being helped. Those that are looking for jobs, how are we to get them the training programs if we haven't got some special buses to take them there, particularly here? And those that want to go onto Olympic Community College, so don't have any funds to transport them. In an urban area, it might look different, but we have actually been published in the state books as an outlier. It's kind of centerfold for what our funding formula for schools. Will you do something for us, and what might that be?
Here we go. Okay.
I guess I'm first up here. Yes, I'm very aware of the special needs that rural school districts have in comparison to urban ones. Part of my business, I was working in conjunction with schools and Parks and Rec over in Seattle. And what they have for the public school system is the kids actually go on public buses. And they also can go, if they have the transportation to go to whatever school. So in other words, some kid downtown Seattle could have school way over at the university district. So that they're not paying, the school district is not paying for that or having to worry about this. So that gives a lot more flexibility also to where the kids want to go to school. In our situation, we are really stuck. And I'm really glad that you brought that issue up. I think it's a very, very important one. And not only important for the students, but the teachers. and teachers' salaries. And I mean, there are so many things that we didn't talk about tonight, especially in relation to education and funding education and how equitable it is. And we're losing teachers in our area because we don't have the salaries and we don't have comparative things to keep them here. So we have a tremendous fast turnover, and this is affecting our students. So getting back to the bus situation is a big, big problem, and as your next state legislature, I will be on top of that. Thank you for asking the question.
Thank you. And I served with John on the North Mason School Board, and I remember that issue coming up at the time. It was one of the elements of the McCleary decision was transportation funding. And at the time, North Mason was kind of backfilling that by about $150,000 a year. I believe the number is still significant in the upwards of $100,000 a year. But I think the best way to do that is to realize that that one-size-fits-all approach to how we do things doesn't work, because our district is rural. We have great bodies of water that split our district up. Going across the mountains, there are great miles in between residential schools, all that. So I believe we need to give some flexibility to the different funding models, whether it's by actual miles driven, whether it's as simple as pulling up a mapping program and saying go from point A to point B and what's that miles, and we'll fund it at that. So we do need to make sure that we have the flexibility with districts that have unique geographical challenges. And the North Mason down in Thurston County, it's the same way with the Griffin School District in the Steamboat Island Peninsula. So we do need to address that, and we need to be on top of it. That way, under that McCleary decision, the state is paying for the transportation costs.
Thanks for the question, John. And yep, I know there's kids in the Hood Canal School District that are picked up at 6 a.m. and home at 5, and that's not acceptable, and the costs that go with it. But I'll make 2 points to it. The chief budget writer for the last 3 cycles is from downtown Seattle, and we talk always about this urban-rural issue. And I brought it up to him. I said, this is a big issue still. He says, well, I fixed it. Well, no, you didn't, because he had rewritten based on mileage. I said, you got to look at where the water cuts through, and it's the exact same things we've been talking about here. So there's that issue. We have people that have been writing the budget for the last number of cycles that never even came to this side of the water and looked at the situation that we face. And then secondly, the definition of K-12 that you heard earlier didn't include transportation, but the Supreme Court alludes to it. And so we don't have this definition. It goes back to, until we clearly define some of these things, it's tough to find what that funding is. So yeah, am I an advocate for it? Absolutely. And I serve on appropriations, and it's my hope that in this next session we have a person from a rural area that chairs appropriations, and we can make some serious changes to it. Thanks.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to say yes. But John, you've talked to me about this issue several times. We thought we could take care of it with a rule change last legislative cycle. We talked to Superintendent of Public Instruction and the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction, and because they have been backfilling some of those shortfalls, and we wanted to see if we could get a rule change. So now we have to pass a law, and we will be working on that law. Just to re-emphasize the issue, North Mason is the #1 affected by this. There's 3 other school districts that are affected, but we have a large body of water that when they calculate, they said, well, you can just walk across that body of water. Well, no, not so much. We're not going to be able to build bridges across Hood Canal to do that. Exactly. Well, if we could do that, wouldn't be a problem. When we get hovercrafts, maybe it wouldn't be a problem. But we are working on it, and it's going to take legislative action. Superintendent of Public Instruction doesn't believe that a rule change would do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
The hub has not.
All right. We're back at Roy Anderson Field. Halftime score, you see it right there. 24 for Gig Harbor, 7 for Shelton. Statistically, Jerry, run it down for us.
Well, Shelton has had 8 first downs. They've completed 7 of 14 passes. The leading receiver is Evan Rhodes. He has caught 2 passes, 1 for 23 and 1 for 29. The second leading receiver is Kyle Kimball. He's caught 1 for 10 and 1 for 13. The leading rusher for the Highclimbers is Willie Ruiz. He's had 12 carries for 30 yards. Second quarter, they kind of stopped him. First quarter, he was doing fairly well. The other rusher that's had 2 3 carries was Stewart. He had 3 carries for 4 yards. Shelton had 96 yards in the air and only 35 on the ground for a total of 131. Kyle Kimball did score on a 13-yard pass. And from Tyler Giraldus, we had 2 penalties for 20 yards. Also, Kyle Kimball had an interception. Gig Harbor only had 7 first downs, but that's kind of misleading.
Very much.
Very much so. They had 7 passes completed out of 12. They had 7 passes good for 184 yards. Passes of 47 and 8 for touchdowns. And then there was a 44-yard touchdown pass. So 3 touchdown passes from Hollenbach to Fletcher and number 26. Hollenbach, he's the real deal. He had 14 carries for 97 yards. And number 11 did pretty well too. He had 3 carries for 90 yards. So in the air, Gig Harbor had 7 completed passes for 184 yards and 18 rushes for 194. That adds up to 378. It's the big plays. Unfortunately, that's hurt Shelton.
So let's see here. I was going to say second half adjustments just pretty much contain Gig Harbor and keep stop the long plays.
Right.
Well, it's really difficult when you're facing a Hollenbach, a quarterback who can just scramble and create. It's like watching Russell Wilson out there.
Did
when
you
he's healthy.
tell me that this is his first full season?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
He's very, very deceptive. I think he's had a lot of previous
practice work.
Yeah. I mean, he's good. He's good.
He's a scrambler. He knows how to create. He got caught throwing the ball across the line of scrimmage once, but it must have just been by a toe or something because it looked like a touchdown. It would have been a completely different game at that point.
But if you look at it, he's been in on almost 300 yards himself. Not quite, but 280 yards. 184 yards passing and 97 yards carrying. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see the O'Day game, but he seems to be the best quarterback we've seen so far. I don't know. Am I going a little bit too far on that?
No, O'Day is a ground game, grind him out, ground kind of game team. So I don't remember too many passes in that game. So. He's the most mobile quarterback that I've seen so far this season.
Yes, definitely.
So I'm waiting to see if they're going to put the 3 minutes back up on the clock for the halftime or not. Just go ahead with your thought.
And Tyler Giraldus, give him credit. There was a couple that were off the receiver's hands.
Yeah.
And there was one touchdown that I think that was called back, if I'm not mistaken. Was it a touchdown called back, or was that an incomplete pass?
It was an incomplete pass. It was pretty deep, and it was right there. It was well defended. The zeros are on the clock, and now they're going to put the 3 minutes as they usually do for the warm-up when both teams are out there, but it doesn't look like anybody wants to continue their warm-up. So let's just see here. The rules state when both the teams, you have 15-minute halftime, if 20 minutes under special circumstances like tonight, homecoming for Gig Harbor. Then when both teams come out, you have 3 more minutes put on the clock. That's the rules, and it looks like they're going to stay with those rules. Although
it's interesting when you look at homecoming. The Shelton homecoming is next week, and this is, of course, Gig Harbor's homecoming. I noticed at Gig Harbor's homecoming, they did a lot more interaction with the students in the crowd, whereas with Shelton, it's more of display of the royalty with the cars coming out and everything. I mean, they're both great. I mean, they're both both ways of doing homecoming are great, but it's just interesting how they have different styles.
Well, I think they would bring cars out here if they could get them into the stadium. There's one gate, it's on the other end, but I don't think they want people driving on this track.
Yeah.
I don't blame them for that at all.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. Good point. Yeah.
well, we got about a minute and a half or so before they're going to actually let them start playing here. I think both teams want to play. Look at them. They're out there, Jerry. They're both,
They're
you know,
ready.
the Highclimbers are down by their 20 on the far side. The Gig Harbor's on their sideline. You know, it's just, you know, they want to play and we get back at it. Why wait for another minute and a half? I don't really agree with this rule. I mean, I understand it's about keeping players, making sure they're warmed up and limber. But if they're ready to play,
Yeah.
let's get them on there, get on to it.
It's been interesting watching the crowd. I mean, they're having fun tonight.
They are.
You know, that's what it's all about. That's what a good Friday night home football game is all about. And obviously they're having fun. Maybe a little bit at our expense.
Yeah, we're kind of crowded here. But the one thing we have to mention, this is the Gig Harbor student body. We're at Peninsula High School. So this is almost like a road game for them because they got to come up Highway 16 to get here. Not very far, but still, you know, it's not like Highclimber Stadium is on the campus and Tumwater Stadium, the Ingersoll, but they're pretty, you know, they're close by. This is a little bit bigger of a trip for them. Not much, but it's a little bigger of a trip to come up here. And I know they tried that in Paulsbo when they opened Kingston High School.
Right.
They played the first season or two at the Viking Stadium, and the North Kitsap students didn't really like Kingston colors being in their stadium, so they went and they finished their stadium up at Kingston. And that's a really nice field.
And that is a beautiful high school.
Oh, we're about ready to play.
That's a brand new high school, too.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful high
about
school.
4 years old.
Yeah.
I think so.
How much?
4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, it's a
6
nice,
maybe.
really nice.
It is a nice facility out there. Anyways, we got Gig Harbor and Shelton. The Highclimbers will get the ball to start the third quarter. We're trailing 24-7.
How we all doing?
Jerry's talking to the student body like he always does. All right, so it's all teed up at the 40.
How are the crowd doing? Doing well?
Kyle Kimball back deep to receive this kickoff. And it looks like it's Sean Kimball. Spelled differently, by the way. Kimball and Kimball. Just to be the technical terms here. There's a run up and a kick. That one's high and short. That, who is that? That's number 7. That's Taylor Toney will grab and advance up to the 50. That's where Shelton will start the third quarter on their own 50. We're on at the 50. See what they can generate here. The run game has had
spurts. The band is taking their break.
Oh, well, that's nice. Oh, actually, they're going to put it at the 49 of Gig Harbor, official spot there.
Yeah.
So that gives them a little half a yard more closer to the goal line. Giraldez will go under center with one receiver on the far side, one on the near side. The handoff goes to Willie Ruiz. Can't get any up in north and south running. He's just trying to find those holes, and he might have lost a little bit. Give him no gain on that, Jerry.
Yep, okay.
So 2nd and 10 from the 49.
And it looks like a passing situation. Let's see what happens here.
Well, I still don't think they're going to abandon the run just yet. But then I'm wrong. Pistol situation, pistol formation. 2 receivers on the near side. It's Ross and Kimball. And there's a fumble. And diving on it, I believe, is going to be Isaiah Stewart. Fell on that one. Yeah. So it brings up 3rd and 10. So let's see here. So now we definitely have a passing situation.
Yeah.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Shotgun for Giraldez. Back pass, he does go. He's going to look over the middle, throw, and intercepted. Or is it incomplete? One or the other. Nope, it's intercepted.
It's an interception.
Trying to force it in there, and Gig Harbor gets the ball at their own 35. Not what Coach Hinkle wanted to see, I'm sure, in that first series. So Hollenbeck's back in there, going out of the shotgun. That's not surprising. Man in motion, little play action. Hollenbeck chased down to dump it off in a screen on the far sidelines and getting first down nearly easily.
Is that to number 15?
I think so, yes.
Because he was coming out of the backfield, out of the fake.
Yeah, that was Mark Kimball with first down catch and run. Gets it all the way up to the 47. So a 12-yard pickup real quick. Same formation, little play action. Ooh, and no go there. Nice defense, team defense. The guy who got to Hollenbeck was Dylan Paul. But they also blasted in there, and I believe it was Wyatt Free. Took down the fly sweep runner.
Loss of 4?
Yes. The back to pass goes Hollenbeck. Avoids another sack. He's going to go deep downfield. One-handed grab by Kyle Kimball, but he was out of bounds. What a beautiful catch, though.
Yeah.
What an athlete. What a play. Kyle Kimball almost intercepted that ball. It's just out of bounds in the air with a one-handed grab. Brings up 3rd and 14 for Gig Harbor.
Well, they're going to go for it, so interesting.
Yeah, man in motion again, high snap, and on the double reverse. Nice play, and that's Gage Peterson pulling down and for a loss, Sean Kimball. So that'll go over on downs. Oh, wait a minute. That should be over on downs, isn't it?
Yes, should be.
But they're saying that's
well, no, they had it.
Must have had a penalty then. I'm not really sure. Oh, it's a punt. And
nice punt.
Kimball will field that one about the 35. And he's still on his feet at the 40. Still on his feet, and he dives up near the 47-yard line. Okay, so there was a punt on there. I must have missed a down somewhere.
Yeah, I thought.
That doesn't matter.
I think we both thought it was 4th down, the previous play.
Well, it's now Shelton ball on their own 46-yard line. With the 1st and 10, let's see if they can get something positive instead of a turnover. And he's fighting for a yard 3, Jerry. At 3, give him 3. So 2nd down and 7.
That's about what he averaged. He averaged about 2.6 yards per carry first half.
So it looks like Geralds is going to go out of the shotgun and have a new number in there. Trenton Hughes is out there. Pass goes to McCullough on the far side, trying to create a bubble screen. Gets into Gig Harbor territory at the 48, it looks like. So a gain of 3. Make it the 47, a gain of 4. So 3rd and 3 coming for Shelton.
Shelton has passed for 16 times, completed 8.
Okay. Clock is running. 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 24-7. Gig Harbor has the lead. Shelton has the ball. Tyler Geraldus is in the shotgun with 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Back to pass, is going to dump it off, throw it to complete to Evan Rhodes. Evan Rhodes fights inside the 40, got the first down.
And that's the 3rd completed pass to Evan Rhodes, the leading receiver of this game. His third pass completed to him.
And that is, what do we have? We have a chop block, it looks like, or a hit below the waist on the Highclimbers. Wow.
Oh, so we're going to have to nullify that one?
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, bummer.
And there we go with the bouncing up and down in the stands. Hitting below the waist is what that is, Jerry.
Yeah.
Seeing some new signals out there. That's a 15-yarder.
Oh, boy.
And that'll march him back to the 38, opposite side of the field. Still third down, but third down in a bunch. It looks like 20-some, 18 is what they say on the scoreboard. Back to pass goes Giraldes. Got a guy out there, throws it too high. Incomplete, fourth down coming. You know, this South Sound Conference is looking like a really tough league. You know, the Narrows League was tough enough, and now you get this conference, and you throw in Gig Harbor, you throw in Timberline, you throw in Peninsula.
We don't have to deal with Lincoln, but
and punting situation is Bragg will get off a high one. It's a little short. It's going to hit at the 40.
But
and a nice little bounce that goes backwards, and it'll be downed at the 40.
So a 21-yard punt for Cody Bragg.
So Gig Harbor will take over on their own 40 in the third quarter with a lead. When you look at the opponents that Gig Harbor has taken on, Spanaway Lake, they beat them handily, and Spanaway Lake is in the rankings. So this is not a slouch of a team by any means. They just aren't. I don't think they're getting their respect. They were preseason ranked. Now they're not. This could change things if people start paying attention. The handoff this time on that freed option on the sweep is Mark Kimball. Gets up near the 44. 4-yard pickup. No, make it a 3-yard pickup. I'll tell you that.
15?
Yes. I'll tell you the line judge on the far side is not very favorable. Same formation. High snap, handle, double reverse.
Double. Oh!
And nice open field tackle by, it looks like that was Skylar Ross, knocking down Sean Kimball after a short gain. Well, it's up to the 47. So that's actually a 4-yard gain. So now it's third down and 3 or 4. Same formation, and Hollenbeck will keep it this time. There was a fumble after the ball as the carrier was down. Short gain there. Well, I'll give him 1. Brings up 4th and 3 at the 48.
Well, you know, Shelton this half has contained Hollenbeck on the run very well. I mean, he's minus 14 yards.
So there's actually a fake punt. Nope, he's going to drop kick it. What a kick it is. It's going to die inside the 10 or near the 10-yard line. Wow. Nice punt there, and I thought that it was Sean Kimball, who was doing the kicking, and it looked like he was going to take off and run. Maybe that was the idea. Let's see if you got some room, run. Otherwise, just kick it away, and he did, and it worked out well for him.
Now,
pinning
Gig
the
Harbor
Highclimbers
played
deep.
a team called Squalcom out of
Squalcom,
Bellingham.
yes.
And I don't know anything about them.
They're traditionally a pretty tough team. Be surprised. So Shelton is deep in its own territory on its own 6-yard line. Yes. Wow.
Yep.
Nice punt. Passing situation for Giraldes. He's out of the gun. Back to pass. He'll dump it off complete. Looks like it's Kyle Kimball trying to fight for positive yardage. Didn't get a whole lot. Second down coming.
Yeah, they didn't give him anything on that.
Doesn't look like it. 2nd and 10 from the 6. Clock is running with 5:25 to go in the third. Highclimbers do return home next week, take on North Thurston homecoming. Giraldes is out of the gun. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Back to pass goes Giraldes. He's looking at the far side. He's got it complete to Kimball. Kimball gets up to near the 20-yard line, it looks like. And that should be enough for a first down.
And that's 11th first down.
Yeah, it's 1st and 10, and they are going to spot the ball actually on the 20. So 14-yard catch for Kyle Kimball. Out of the gun goes Giraldes again. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Low snap. It's going to go to the near side, complete to Colbinson. Colbinson is just swallowed under after a short gain. Second down coming.
Gain of about 5 on the play.
It does look that way, yes.
So that's a 20th pass, and that's a 10th completion.
So 2nd and 5 from the 25. Evan Rhodes, the receiver in the near side, 3 to the far side, and out of the gun is Giraldus again. He'll dump it off to the far side. It's Marshall McCullough. McCullough trying to get to the edge. Looks like he got the first down.
Very close. Like you said, it's really hard to tell from here, but looks like he did get it. Yep.
First down, and they'll spot the ball at the 34, so a 9-yard pickup. Rain is starting to fall again. This could impact the passing game a little bit more. Willie Ruiz is out of the ball game. Stewart is in. He'll be the back beside Giraldus. 2 receivers on each side. Rhodes is left alone on the far side. Back to pass goes Giraldus. He's looking that way. Avoids the pressure, dumps it off in the middle. Yeah, I didn't see who got that.
25, I think.
That's Stewart. Stewart up to the 40, or near the 40. Called the 39, give him 5. Second down coming. Ruiz back, Stewart out.
22nd pass. 12 for 22 on the completions.
Pistol formation, it looks like, for Giraldus. Back to pass, he does go. Looking to the far side, dumps it off to Rhodes. Rhodes on the run to the midfield before he's dragged down.
Good for another first down. 13th for the Highclimbers.
And moving the ball. It's quick little slant passes, bubble screens, just trying to create the. This is a way to get your running game going. This is a different way to create a running game.
Right.
And they're going to spot that up to the 47. So that's a 14-yard gain?
Yes, it was.
Okay. I'm just making sure I'm doing math right. Shotgun again for Giraldus. Low snap, handled it well. Back to pass off to Stewart. And then he's going to get near the 40 before he's ridden out of bounds. Or near the sideline. Together.
And that's the 3rd completed pass to Stewart. Looks like it was good for a gain of 6 on the play.
2nd and 4 coming from the 41.
So they gripped it in the air pretty well.
Out of the gun goes Giraldus. Little dump off to Ruiz. Ruiz breaks a couple of tackles right in front of us.
Boy, that's really close. Let's see where they mark it.
Now this referee's just short. The far guy, who's usually the worst guy, is still just short.
Yeah.
Looks like the 37. The 3rd and less than 1.
Yeah, 3-yard pass to Ruiz.
Pistol this time for Giraldus. Stewart is in the backfield with him. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Long count. Quick dump off complete to McCullough. McCullough has got some running room, but he's then stood up short of the 30, about the 32 it looks like.
But good for another first down, and that's the 14th for the Highclimbers. And that's a 25th pass. And he's on a roll on these passes.
Now, short passes are usually to create sort of get the running game going, as I said.
He's completed the last 8 passes.
Okay. Out of the pistol he goes again. Giraldus, hand off to Ruiz, straight up the middle. Gets up to about the 16-yard line. I feel like I'm echoing in my ears, Jerry.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Gain of 6 on the play. You're absolutely right. It's making the run very successful. That was a second best gain for Ruiz this game.
Sorry, 26-yard line, 2nd and 4 for the Highclimbers. Pistol again for Giraldus. He'll hand it off. Nope, play action off the hands of Marshall McCullough, incomplete. 32.7 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. 24-7 is our score. Gig Harbor has the lead. Shelton has the ball, and I believe we have a timeout. No, I guess not. Looked like they were headed to the sidelines. So 3rd and 4 coming at the 26-yard line of Gig Harbor. Out of the gun goes Giraldus. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Low snap, handled well. Giraldus back to pass, throws over the middle, complete to McCullough. McCullough upended near the 12-yard line.
But good for another first down, 15th first down.
So 1st and 10 from the 12 of Gig Harbor or the Highclimbers.
Out of the last 10 passes thrown by Tyler Giraldus, 9 of them have been completed.
So yeah, he's in a rhythm. Just keep it up. Pistol formation for Giraldus, sends 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Hand off to Stewart. Stewart gets inside the 10, or right to it, the 10. 2-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 8. And that'll be the quarter, Jerry. So we head to the final 12 minutes of this ball game. Gig Harbor leading 24-6. We'll be back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications. I said that wrong. It's supposed to be Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Are you looking for an affordable TV service option?
Hood Canal Communications has good news.
Introducing HCC IPTV.
Get local Seattle TV at an affordable price without lengthy contracts or hidden fees.
IPTV uses your broadband connection from HCC.
For a limited time, get your first 3 months for free.
Need broadband? HCC has got you covered. Ask about broadband options in your area. Call 898-2481 today.
Learn more at hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Hillcrest Shell is now open. Conveniently located on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton. Hillcrest Shell offers quality gasoline at affordable prices, and you can use your Fred Meyer or QFC rewards points to save even more at the pump. Free coffee to help with your morning commute, a variety of snacks and other goodies to help you get through the day, and friendly service as Eric is back in town. Hillcrest Shell on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton.
Pass over the middle into the end zone to Kyle Kimball. Is it a touchdown?
Yes.
It is a touchdown. Yes, it is. So on the
10-yard touchdown pass.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 plays, Jerry.
They had 11 out of the last 12 passes completed.
14 plays. That's a 93-yard drive.
And that's the second touchdown pass to Kyle Kimball. First one for 13, this one for 10.
We are in the fourth quarter. Excuse me while I correct my scoreboard. Snap high, spot is good. Kick is up. Is it good? Yes, it is. So it make it a 10-point deficit for the Highclimbers, 24-14. We'll step aside. We'll be right back with kickoff. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, the Shelton Mason County Journal, and the Shelton Mason County Chamber of Commerce present a General Election Candidates Forum live from Olympic Middle School in Shelton on Tuesday, October 18th. Here are the candidates running for Mason County Commissioner Districts 1 and 2, and the candidates running for 35th District State Representatives Position 1 and 2 tackle the issues beginning at 6 o'clock. Moderated by Deidre Peterson, it's a General Election Candidates Forum, 6 p.m. Tuesday, October 18th, live on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
And we're back. 8 seconds into the fourth quarter. The Highclimbers get a second touchdown of the game. Getting ready to kick it back to the Tide. Yeah, 14 plays. Just double checking my math. 14 plays, Jerry. 94-yard drive.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
We started at the 6-yard line, that's right.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Very nice.
Mostly passes, but with 3 runs in there.
Yeah, I think there was maybe maybe 2 or 3 runs.
Yeah. So Cody Bragg is teed up to kick it back to the Tides.
I remember Wiley had a 6-yard run in that.
Out. It's like Hollenbach is the guy deep for the Gig Harbor to receive this. Little high, short kick. It's not going to go 10 yards. And they'll have to free kick that.
So what do they do? Is that a 5-yard penalty there? Does it go?
Again, I think it goes, in this case, it
goes automatically over?
I think you have the choice, same as you do. You can take it at the spot, obviously, or you can make them re-kick.
Yeah.
And let's see what they're going to decide to do here. I think they're going to make them re-kick. No.
No, they're going to take it.
Yeah, they're going to take it where it ended.
They're going to take it. You bet. You bet.
So Gig Harbor will start out on the Shelton 46. Hollenbach, is it still him in the backfield? Running the show here. It looks like it. Man in motion. Read option again. There's Hollenbach. He's got a big hole. See ya. Can he get caught? Yep, touchdown.
46-yard touchdown run by Hollenbach.
Wow. So it's now 30-14. Point after coming. Now we have an injured high climber down, or somebody's down out there. It looks like it's an injured high climber. I can't see who that is, Jerry. I have no idea. So 30-14. So the High Climbers go 14 plays and 96 yards. The Tides go 46 yards in one play.
Yeah.
Wow. $11:43 to go in the ball game. They're still tending to, now they get the injured man walking off, and that's Travis Colbinson. So the point after coming for Gig Harbor to increase their lead by one more point. There's the snap, the spot, and the kick is up. It's good.
And the point after attempt is good. And that is the fourth. He's 4 for 4 on his point after attempts.
And a field goal.
And he had a field goal. And Cody Bragg is 2 for 2 on his point after attempts.
So 11:43 to go in the ball game. 31-14 Gig Harbor. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions. Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Jerry. We're just going to cut off that commercial. We'll get to that as soon as we possibly can, as they're about ready to tee it up. So Gig Harbor, I'm really, really impressed with. I'm actually a bit surprised that Peninsula beat them. I really am. But then that was earlier in the season.
Yeah.
And Hollenbach did not play, as far as I know. There's a little squib kick that is going to be stopped at the 26, picked up and advanced to the 30. And that is by J.J. Ekwa. With the return there.
Well,
up to the 31.
I think we're going to see quite an air game here. One interesting statistic, Shelton does have 15 first downs compared to only, I think, 8 for Gig Harbor. But, you know.
That comes with short fields and quick hits versus long drives. And that's what the High Climbers have had, at least so far in this half. Back to pass goes Giraldez, spins the ball, and throws over the middle. And just out of reach, Marshall McCullough, incomplete. Second down coming from the 31. It's interesting. I watched Tyler when he got that snap, spun it 180 in his hands before he launched it, just probably to get the laces in the right spot. So out of the gun he'll go again. 2 receivers on each side. The back is Isaiah Stewart. It's to his right. There's the snap, short drop, little lob pass for Kimball. Incomplete. Kimball had to turn into
good
the
coverage.
defender there.
Yeah, really good coverage on that.
Yeah, good coverage.
You're fine. You're fine.
Roman Havens on the coverage there.
Okay.
Incomplete. Nearly got an interception. As I mentioned, Kimball had to become the defender and knock it away. Otherwise, it would have been another interception. So it brings up 3rd and 10 from the 31 for Shelton. Ruiz is back in there as the back.
So they've been kind of alternating between Stewart and
Geraldus taking his time, throws it out, and there's an interception. And that one is by Mark Fletcher. He returned it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, he's been very involved in this game. He's got 2 touchdown passes, and now he's got an interception.
So they will spot the ball at the 33 now.
And that's the second interception by Gig Harbor this game. So
actually, it's the 32. So 1st and 10 for Gig Harbor at the Shelton 32. And Hollenbeck is back in there. It's got 3 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. This is their favorite formation. And the man in motion. Little read option. Hollenbeck will keep it. Got a blocker, and then he's brought down. I believe that's going to be Dylan Paul in on the tackle. Yeah, Dylan Paul after a 2-yard gain.
Okay.
So 2nd and 9 coming. Actually, make it a 1-yard gain. I tell you, this one line judge just doesn't give a favorable spot. Doesn't matter whose side the ball is on. Little back to pass now, and going down with a sack.
Number 25 on the tackle.
Isaiah Stewart with a sack on Hollenbeck. And a loss of, it looks like,
about 5?
Yes, back to the 36. So it brings up 3rd and 15. Or 14, excuse me. Back to pass comes Hollenbeck on the rollout. He's got some room. He's going to slide short of the 1st down. Brings up 4th down and about 5, it looks like, depending on the spot. And it looks like it's going to be 27, 28.
Well, he gained about 10 on that play.
Brings up 4th and looks like 7 from the 28. And they need the 22 for the 1st down, and of course they're going to go for it. The comfortable lead.
And it's 4th down territory.
Yeah. And Hollenbeck is going to be brought down, and this time it's by Kyle Kimball. And Highclimbers will take over at the 40.
A big quarterback sack by Kyle Kimball. Boy, it must have been about a 10-yard loss.
12 by my count.
12, okay.
Depending on the forward progress, and they're going to actually make it 11.
They've done a better job on Hollenbeck this half, except for that 146-yard touchdown run. They've contained him pretty well.
So from the 39 are the Highclimbers, their own 39, 1st and 10, with 9.5 minutes thereabouts to go in the game. Geraldus will throw incomplete. Intended for Evan Rhodes. So it brings up 2nd and 10 from the 39.
Kimball and Rhodes have been his favorite targets tonight.
For the most part, yeah. McCullough a couple of times, and then Colbinson in there as well. But he's had a little ankle injury. I don't think he's out there now. So 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. A little dump off. That is McCullough. McCullough has some running room. He'll fight his way to about the 48-yard line on the sidelines. On the 3rd down, that brings up 4th down. And short.
Gain of about.
No, it's the 3rd down. Excuse me. So that's up to the 48.
Gain of 8.
So it's going to be 3rd and 1. This time, Giraldus will go in the pistol. He'll have 3 receivers on the near side, all bunched together, 1 to the far side. Handoff goes to Ruiz. He'll get to the 50, 5, fall forward. That should be enough to give him the first down.
16th first down.
Actually going to spot it at the 49 of Gig Harbor. So that brings up a 1st and 10 from the 49.
Gain of 4.
Out of the pistol goes Giraldus. He'll dump it off complete to Kimball. Kimball working on the side of the line of scrimmage. Gets up and got a couple after all that work.
Gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, it does look like it. So 2nd down and 7.
And he has caught 6 passes. He is the leading receiver, as far as completions.
Skylar Ross is the receiver on the near side. It goes Peterson, Kimball, and Tony on the far side. Out of the gun goes Giraldus. He'll dump it off to Kimball, and Kimball can't haul that one in. The rain might be bothering the ball a little bit as it continues to fall. So that's 3rd and 7.
Yeah. 35 passes thrown.
35. It'll be interesting to hear what the coach is going to say about that next week when I talk to him.
Yeah.
We're getting up there. He's not what he wants. So 3rd and 7 from the 47 for the Highclimbers. Out of the pistol this time with 2 receivers on each side. Kimball and McCullough on the near side. Rhodes and Ross on the far side. Giraldus will step up and run, and he'll dive for the first down inside the 40 near the 35. Actually, it looks like the 37, so a 10-yard run.
Yeah, a 10-yard gain there. And actually, that's the first run for him this game, I believe. Yeah, according to my statistics.
Yeah, I believe so. You're right. I don't remember him pulling it down and running.
Yep.
So go out of the gun again. Kimball, the receiver on the near side, 3 to the far side. McCullough, it's like Colbinson's back in there, and Giraldus is going to run again. And he'll throw incomplete. And there's a flag as Giraldus was well across the line of scrimmage.
Oh, way over, yeah. That's going to be the 2nd time.
In the ball game. Not for him, but in the ball game, because Colin Beck did it in the first half.
What a piece.
Which is still something I don't think I've ever seen in high school football.
Now this one was very obvious.
There's a loss of the down and a penalty. So that brings up, 2nd, and I don't understand this. They're not marking any yards off, really.
Yeah, that is surprising.
Lost 1. It's going to be 2nd and 11 from the 38. Interesting. Out of the gun, he'll go again. He's going to pull it away from sliding of Taylor Tony, and he'll get up to the 30. Smart play by Tyler Giraldus. He's up
That's
to the 30.
The first completed pass to Tyler tonight.
Been kind of quiet for Tyler.
Yeah.
So
he's been in on a lot of tackles.
Yeah. 3rd and 3 at the 30 for the Highclimbers. That's the 30-yard line of the Tide. And out of the gun, he'll go again. He'll send 3 receivers to the short side of the field, 1 to the far side. That's Taylor Tony, excuse me. Back to pass goes Giraldus. He'll avoid the sack again. He'll pull it down and he'll run near side. Gets near the first down, I think, depending on the spot.
Yeah, sure looks like it, doesn't it?
It seems to me that, it's a first down. It seems to me that the Highclimber line, the offensive line, is getting a little tired because the Gig Harbor defenders are starting to get close to Giraldus.
And that's the 18th first down.
So a 4-yard pickup enough for the first down at the 26-yard line. Out of the gun he'll go again. 1 receiver near side, that's Kimball, 3 to the far side. Back to pass he goes. Look at the far side now, looks over the middle, got a man there. It's Kimball. Kimball in the middle of the field up to the 15, it looks like. Might even be near the 10, depending on the spot. But again, it's hard to tell from our angle. It's a first down inside the 10, it's 1st and goal.
19th first down.
Actually, no, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Excuse me. And then a timeout is called by Gig Harbor. 6:04 to go in the ball game. So we'll step aside for 30. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
No, this is perfect.
All right, we're back. 6:04 to go in the ball game. Jerry's interacting with the crowd. I love it.
Oh, I love it. I like it.
I gotta say, as much as they crowd us, they're really polite and they're great kids.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy teaching, you can tell.
Yeah,
I enjoy working with kids.
1st and 10 from the 12 of Gig Harbor. The Shelton Highclimbers. Geraldus out of the gun. Low snap. He's going to look in the middle, got it complete, and near the goal line is Kyle Kimball. He's just shy.
Oh.
Might be the 2. Should be enough for a first down, I think.
Let's see. Oh, Jai. Oh.
No. It looks like he's going to be short.
Yeah, they put a first down marker there.
1st and 10 from the 2 or 3. Let's call it the 2.
Yeah, that was a 10-yard pass. So that was the 20th first down.
1st and goal, and there's this full house backfield. Willie Ruiz trying to find some room around the right side. Not much there. No signal. It might have. I can't even tell. 2nd down coming.
We'll just say no gain.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a 2nd and 2.
8 completed passes to Kimball.
So I-backs, and then Geraldus is going to try and sneak it in from the 2. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Tyler Geraldus snuck it in. I think that's his first rushing touchdown of the year, isn't it?
I think it might be.
So Cody Bragg's on to kick the point after, or are they going to go for 2? No, kick the points. Get the points. Cody Bragg's almost automatic. So right now it's a 11-point game. Bragg can make it a 10-point game with 5 minutes and 1 second to go in the ball game. High snap again. Oh, Bragg gets it up. Did he get it in? He did.
Oh, okay.
Skylar Ross handled that high snap well, and it's 31-21. Gig Harbor still on top. Let's step aside for 30 seconds, Jerry, and we'll be back with your thought there. I know you have one on your mind.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hood Canal Communications Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, the Shelton Mason County Journal, and the Shelton Mason County Chamber of Commerce present a General Election Candidates Forum live from Olympic Middle School in Shelton on Tuesday, October 18th. Here are the candidates running for Mason County Commissioner Districts 1 and 2 and the County 5th District State Representatives Position 1 and 2 tackle the issue beginning at 6 o'clock. Moderate by HCC.
5:01 to go in the ball game. Gig Harbor 31, Shelton 21. Jerry, your thought?
Well, on the point after a tip, is it done from the 2-yard line, 3-yard line?
3-yard.
3-yard line. Now, the pros, of course, they moved it back a lot, but okay.
There's that little mark in the middle of the field about the 3-yard line.
Yeah.
The snaps for the last 2-point average have been a little high and handled well by Skylar Ross. Throws off the timing of a kicker by I can't even imagine. There is Cody Bragg having it teed up to kick it back to the Tide as they do lead by 10. 5 minutes and 1 second to go. There's the kick. It's going to be high, end over end, but short, and a fair catch called for at the 30 by Davis. I'm sorry, it's Mark Fletcher. Fletcher with a heads-up play. He saw that. You can call a fair catch on a kickoff. It's a heads-up play.
Yeah, 30-yard kickoff. Well, we got a little less than 5 minutes, and let's see if Shelton can stop them and get the ball back.
I'm wondering how long you let Hollenbeck play here, but
oh, I think he'll keep him in.
I think
he'll keep him in. He's not going to bring.
Little play action, a little fly sweep coming this way, snuffed out nicely. I think it's Stewart on the tackle. No, it is not Stewart. It's number 22, and that's Jason Kenyon.
Gain of 1 on that play by number 15.
That's Mark Kimball for Gig Harbor on the carry. And then here we go again. Hollenbeck will keep it this time, trying to get around the edge. He's got some running room. Here he goes again, down the sidelines. It looks like he's going to score again. Touchdown, Hollenbeck.
69-yard touchdown run by Hollenbeck.
Wow. Point after coming.
Could Hollenbeck get 500 yards total tonight?
I don't know. There's the kick. It's up into the woods. Give another one. 38-21.
He's definitely over 400.
Just when you think Shelton's going to try and come back, Hollenbeck does this. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
4:14 to go in this ball game. 38-21 is the score. Gig Harbor on top. Again, about to kick it back to the Highclimbers. Is there enough time for the Highclimbers to get back in this ball game? Every time they strike, Gig Harbor manages to do a big play. One thing that they needed to stop. The high end over end kick that's going to go out of bounds about the 32. And I think you take that spot. Are they going to make them kick it again?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to. Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to make them kick it again.
Yeah. Hoping for a nice return.
So they'll kick it from the 35 this time.
That's the only way they're going to come back is they get a return here all the way. A quick score. So I guess I understand why they had him kick again.
Yeah. It's a nice hole between, like a 15-yard hole between the two lines of the Highclimbers. That's where it's going to be kicked to, and picking it up at the third ball. Free there at the 40. Gig Harbor thinks they have it. Shelton thinks they have it. Good say. And do they give it to the Highclimbers? Yep, they do. So Shelton will start out on their own 41. So they did get a little bit of a addition to where it was before, 10 yards on the net on that. After that, making them re-kick it. And the rain continues to fall. Now, shotgun for Geraldus. He's got two receivers side. Willie Ruiz to his left. Pass it goes. He'll dump it off in the middle to Skylar Ross. Skylar Ross gets to the 50. Close to the first down. If not the first down. Across the 50. Yep, they're indicating it. That's an 10-yard pickup to the 49 of Gig Harbor. And it looks like Shelton's going to take a page out of the Gig Harbor playbook and go no huddle. Gerald's going to dump it off to McCullough this time on the far side and tackled immediately. Busting in there through the screen, it was Mark Fletcher. Looks like there might have been a loss in that, the yard. Clock is running with 3:35 and counting. Back to pass, deep drop this time for Giraldus. Throws over the head of Marshall McCullough. Fletcher was spying that for another pick, Jerry. He was going to go for try to jump that pass. Just the way he was running.
40th pass, according to my records.
40 passes. 40 passes last week, 40 passes this week. Looks like we're going to get a couple more before the night's done. We've got lots of time, 3 minutes, 24 seconds. 3 receivers on this near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back. That looks like Stewart. Back to pass goes to Giraldus. Dances feet's going deep. Got a guy there, McCullough. Nope, intercepted. Nope, dropped. Who had that? That was Zach Davis. Nearly got that one. Couldn't haul it in. So we'll go back and do it again. 4th down, though. 4th and 11 from the 50.
If they'd thrown just a little bit longer, it would have been a touchdown.
You got to take those shots every once in a while.
Yeah, you do.
And Cody Bragg's out there to kick it back to the Tide.
I'm not sure of this call, but...
Yeah, well... That's a snap. Oh, boy. Ball's loose. Bragg had to just get it away.
It's going to Shelton roll.
It's inside. It's going to be down about the 35-yard line. Bad snap. The snapping's not been too good tonight.
No.
The long snapping. So they'll spot the ball right at the 35. That's where the Tide will take over. 3 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the ball game. 38-21 is the score. Gig Harbor with the lead in the ball. Same formation, man in motion is Fletcher. He'll take it and then a double reverse this time coming at us. And that was Sean Kimball on the carry. Looks like he might have got 5 out of it to the 40. And he got out of bounds, so he stopped the clock.
And he's the second leading ball carrier, of course. He's picked up 99 yards.
Now what do we have? We have a timeout on the field.
99 yards on 5 plays.
Wow. So 2:55 to go in the ball game, 38-21. Gig Harbor on top with the ball and the timeout. Next week, the Highclimbers return home, take on North Thurston, homecoming. You're not going to be available, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm going to Wenatchee for a traffic safety conference. Taking some kids, too. So that'll be nice. They'll keep me company. And one parent, we'll have fun.
Well, it's a traffic safety. Extremely important. Traffic safety is extremely important, Jerry. So no fault there.
Yeah.
So I'm all by myself for next week.
I wish they picked a different one. A different week. But.
Yeah, 2nd down and 4 from the 41, actually, for the Tide. Man in motion, that's Fletcher. This time Hollenbeck will tuck it down, and tugging on his shirt, pulling him backwards is going to be Taylor Toney. I think he got the first down, though. Depends on where they spot the ball.
Yeah.
Very close.
And they are.
Yeah,
They're giving it a first down.
Yeah, up at the 45. You needed 4, he got 5. That's all you need. Keep the clock running, too, at 2.5 minutes, 2:35 and counting. I think the Tide are going to take their time, want this play clock down as much as possible. That's my prediction.
Oh, yeah.
But you never know. Hollenbeck could get a guy in motion. Fletcher again. He'll keep it this time.
25. Oh, he did keep it, didn't he?
Down he goes, and that's J.J. Ekwe on the sack back at the 40. So 5-yard loss, depending if they give him any forward progress. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hand it off to 25 there, but
Well,
should have.
it's a read option, and he has that choice to hand it off or keep it, and he keeps it a lot of the time. But when they do that double reverse, it's been deadly. Approach a minute 45 to go in the ball game. Second down and 15. Fletcher in motion again. This time in a double reverse. Kimball on the reverse is going to be chased down and pulled down out of bounds.
And they read that pretty well that time.
Yeah, Evan Rhodes with the tackle there. And they did not get out of bounds, so the clock continues to run. Up to the 45, so it'll be 3rd and 11. And the clock continues to run. Going to run that down. It looks like they're snapping about 5 seconds on the clock. Yep. A read option. This time Fletcher just pulled it away from Hollenbeck, and that is a no-go there. Let's see here, Taylor Toney in on the tackle for the Highclimbers. That'll bring up 4th and 9, and 46.3 seconds to go, and another timeout by Shelton. So we'll step aside as the crowd starts jumping and hopping and moving my cameras around. It's not an earthquake, folks. It's just the tide. We'll be right back.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
46.3 seconds to go in this ball game. Gig Harbor with a 4th and 9 from their own 43-yard line. They're going to go for it. Oh, it's going to be Hollenbeck just drop kicking it, and it'll take a Gig Harbor roll inside about the 10-yard lines where it'll be down. And that is where Shelton will have a last gasp at this. The 1st and 10 at their 10-yard line. With 34.5 seconds to go, Jerry, not much you can expect except for some quick passes and see what they could create. As, let's see here, we have Trevor Meyer in the ball game for the Highclimbers, along with Dylan Coots under center. Goes Giraldus. Actually, no, it's not Giraldus. Excuse me. Quarterback is going to be, Jerry, check your roster for an 18 for Shelton.
Okay.
Because I don't have an 18 on my sheet.
All right.
Look at the pink sheet if you could find us behind you.
Yeah.
Maybe, I have one right here. Never mind, I'll check it out.
What do you got?
I still don't have a 18. I don't have an 18 for Shelton.
Okay.
Well, 18's in there. And
I don't have an 18 on this.
And it gets us play off, and the handoff goes to Max Falcon as the clock runs out, and that does it. It is the final. 38-21, Gig Harbor knocks off Shelton here at Roy Anderson Field. As the crowd goes to the banister and the teams meet at midfield. We'll take a timeout, let Jerry do some last-minute calculations, and we'll be right back.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
Is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes, but we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, it's a matter of life or death.
Hood Canal Communications Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, the Shelton Mason County Journal, and the Shelton Mason County Chamber of Commerce present a General Election Candidates Forum live from Olympic Middle School in Shelton on Tuesday, October 18th. Here are the candidates running for Mason County Commissioner Districts 1 and 2, and the candidates running for 35th District State Representatives Position 1 and 2 tackle the issues beginning at 6 o'clock. Moderated by Deidre Peterson, it's a General Election Candidates Forum, 6 p.m. Tuesday, October 18th, live on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Anything can happen on Thursday. America was born on a Thursday. So was Odell Beckham Jr. and that Pac-Man guy. Oh, and this happened. Anything can happen on Thursday. Thursday Night Football, Thursday at 5 on NFL Network.
Well, it is a final here at Roy Anderson Field on the campus of Peninsula High School as Gig Harbor Tides knock off the Shelton Highclimbers 38-21. Jerry, do you have all your statistics, or you want a little bit more time?
About 2 more minutes. I'm just
2
about
more
ready.
minutes?
Thanks. 1 minute.
1 minute? Okay, we'll be right back with those final statistics as the Gig Harbor Tides knock off the Shelton Highclimbers in South Sound Conference play tonight.
Hillcrest Shell is now open. Conveniently located on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton. Hillcrest Shell offers quality gasoline at affordable prices, and you can use your Fred Meyer or QFC rewards points to save even more at the pump. Free coffee to help with your morning commute, a variety of snacks and other goodies to help you get through the day, and friendly service as Eric is back in town. Hillcrest Shell on Highway 3 at the corner of Olympic Highway South and Cascade Avenue in Shelton.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Are you looking for an affordable TV service option?
Hood Canal Communications has good news.
Introducing HCC IPTV.
Get local Seattle TV at an affordable price without lengthy contracts or hidden fees.
IPTV uses your broadband connection from HCC.
For a limited time, get your first 3 months for free.
Need broadband? HCC has got you covered. Ask about broadband options in your area. Call 898-2481 today.
Learn more at hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
As the Highclimbers run off the field after their post-game meeting with coaches. The final again, 38-21. Gig Harbor knocking off Shelton on the road tonight at Roy Anderson Field. Jerry Apple.
Well, thanks, Cedric. Shelton had 21 first downs. Gig Harbor only had 10. Gig Harbor completed 8 of 14 passes. Shelton completed 20 of 41. Shelton had 176 yards in the air, and Gig Harbor had 198. On the ground, let's add that Shelton's 176 in the air with the 65 they had on the ground. Shelton had a total of 241 yards. The leading receiver for the Highclimbers as far as completions was Kyle Kimball, but I believe Evan Rhodes caught the most yardage, 62 yards on 3 passes. So Evan Rhodes and Kyle Kimball were the leading receivers. Also, Marshall McCullough had 3 passes for 17 yards. And number 25 had 3 passes completed for 19 yards. So Shelton, 20 for 41 on the passing, 176 yards. Add that to the 24 carries and 65 yards. Wiley Ruiz had 17 carries for 43 yards. That's about that's 2.5 yards per carry. At one time, what was interesting, Tyler Giraldus, I think, completed 10 of 11 or 11 of 12.
Yeah, he had a
something
stretch
like that.
there,
He was
yeah.
on a real roll, and that was kind of adding. That was helping the ground game too a little bit, and make it a little easier for Ruiz. Oh, now here's some interesting statistics. Kyle Kimball, by the way, caught 2 touchdown passes, one for 13 yards and one for 10. And Tyler Giraldus had a 2-yard touchdown run, and all 3-point after attempts were good.
Yeah. Cody Bragg having outstanding year. Aside from a couple of missed field goals, we were a little bit out of his range, I think.
Yeah.
But
and like I said, Gig Harbor only had 10 first downs, 8 for 14 in the air for 198 yards. But here's what's incredible. On the ground, Gig Harbor had 331 yards.
Wow.
So you take that 331 yards and add it to the 198, you've got 529 yards. And now let me do my math. I believe that number 19, Hollenbach, had 18 carries for 194 yards. His longest runs were 28, 43, 46, and the last run of 69. So he had 4 really nice long runs. Number 11 had a couple real nice runs. He had 6 carries for 102 yards. You're right, the double reverse made a big, big difference. They were able to capitalize on those double reverses.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that too much this year.
No, but the counters have always been trouble for the Highclimbers. You know, when they reverse your field, you get going one way and then somebody goes the other way.
Yeah.
They had it figured out there towards the end, but it wasn't enough.
And as far as penalties, there wasn't a lot of penalties.
That's surprising.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of penalties.
But you're midway through the season, so you should be playing pretty clean ball at this point.
Right. Logan Kenner of Gig Harbor had a real nice kick of 49 yards. That was a biggie. To Tyler Giraldus's, to his defense, there was a couple plays there that were very easily could have been caught, and that would, he's got a real nice group of people to throw to. He's got 5 or 6 people that he can throw to, and he does a pretty good job of mixing it up. But he was so close. And like tonight, we saw him run 3 times, and he did okay. I think he got about 20 yards on those 3 scampers.
Yeah, well, he didn't have much choice on those. No one to throw to. There's a whole little room to run, so go.
And the field goal was nice for the Gig Harbor. And the point after attempts, all the point after attempts tonight, both teams were very good. So Shelton was able to run a little bit better tonight than they did against Timberline, but it was
Peninsula. They got the run going a little bit, and that's positive to take away. The passing game, a lot of passes, but still.
Yeah.
It's still, 50% completion rate's pretty good.
Yeah.
For high school. I mean, it's not like you want out of the pros and what have you, but it's still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So Shelton drops to 2 and 4. Gig Harbor improves to 4 and 2. The Highclimbers are now 1 and 3 in SSC play.
And one thing to take back at what you were saying, that Gig Harbor, I don't know if they're right now the second or third best team in the league. It'd be interesting. They play Timberline next week.
I really have no idea.
I think they do.
Probably do.
That'll be a crucial game. But I think we saw the best quarterback tonight in the league.
I do. I believe that truly. I mean, he's the most impressive young man under center out of the shotgun. He doesn't go under center. I didn't see him under center once tonight. But he's mobile. He can throw. He can read the field. Yeah, I'm very impressed with him, and I'm surprised that Gig Harbor isn't back up in the top 10 in rankings.
And you got to remember too, I think he was out one game.
He's been out a couple of games.
Well,
he didn't start. He didn't really start playing, at least what I saw, until the league play. So the last 3-4 weeks.
So that in itself tells you that maybe Gig Harbor deserved that rating that they got at the beginning of the season.
Well, I believe that fully. Watching them play here tonight, and yeah, I'm very impressed, and I would not be surprised if they don't at least get a mention or two, maybe in the in the top 15, if not in the top 10.
And they played the two losses that they had to quality teams.
Squalicum and Peninsula. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a tough league. I said it in the broadcast earlier that this is turning out to be a tough league. So it's going to be hard for anybody to. Right now, in my mind, you're looking at Peninsula, Timberline, and Gig Harbor. Then 1, 2, 3.
But I take it back. I think Gig Harbor plays Capital next week. So from what I saw.
I didn't look at their.
But they will be playing Timberline.
Eventually, yeah, that'll be a very interesting game.
Yeah.
Well, Jerry, I thank you again for taking the drive with me here. We got to get out of here before they turn off the lights on us. And again, the final you see it there, Gig Harbor 38, Shelton 21. We'll see you next week as the Highclimbers return to Highclimber Stadium and face North Thurston, and homecoming will be on hand. Of course, there is also a parade on Thursday.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
That's going to start at the middle school, and then that'll go to the high school, and they'll meet there right in front of the auditorium. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That'll be the only one thing I'll get to do at homecoming, I guess, unfortunately.
Well, we'll be on hand to give you some coverage of that, and we'll see you next week from Highclimber Stadium. We'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in. Again, the final, Gig Harbor 38, Shelton 21.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Hood Cow Communications, keeping our community connected, and Hillcrest Shell, offering affordable prices and friendly service.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.